30 seconds.
Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Good evening and welcome here to Waycross, the railroad city, I guess, here in Deep South Georgia, as the Gators, who call the swamp home here in Waycross, welcome in your Benedictine Cadets, a battle of top 10 teams here in Quad A, the first region game for both teams. And, well, the winner tonight is going to be in the front driver's seat for a region championship. So all the stars have come out. Well, in the stands, we got cloudy skies here at the park tonight. But I'm Thomas, Christian Goeckel. Good to be here with you. Audio only tonight. Did not get the video rights taken away from us, I guess, is the best way to put it. But we will have the showdown between two high-quality football teams tonight. And Christian Goeckel, make no mistake, there's going to be a lot of eyes watching the result of this one.
Absolutely, Kevin. And I know just looking at this one, it's for the region lead. It kind of early, feels like, this early in the season. So coming out, both teams are going to want to take an early lead here, want to come out firing. I know last year BC started this when we were back in Savannah, coming out hot, and then obviously the season ending, or I guess regular season ending injury to Stephen Cannon kind of sidelines him, and then it was all Ware County last year. So I think emotions on both sides. Ware County's hearing how many talented guys BC has. BC wants some revenge for what happened last year. So a lot of tension, a lot at stake in this game, and this is why we do it.
And again, if this game was scheduled to be in Savannah, but last year the game was scheduled to be here, Hurricane had to be moved to Savannah. Ware lost their home game. They basically just flip-flop years here. So now BC makes the trip here to Waycross to play this one. Of course, last year it was a back-and-forth game. Stephen Cannon gets hurt right before the half, and you kind of know the rest of that story. But two very evenly matched teams. I think you look at where Warner Robins and Perry are here in 2025, maybe a step back. Still very good, a step back from maybe what they had last year. The winner of this one tonight, you got to feel like take care of business, and you'll be that region champion for BC. We talked about this, Christian, tonight, and next Friday night, you'll kind of know what your fate looks like in the region with Ware and Warner Robins now next week.
Absolutely, and a win tonight kind of sets you up to have that little bit of wiggle room, because you get a win over Ware. I doubt that anyone else is going to finish that region slate unbeaten, and if not, at least you put yourself in a chance for a tie for first. So really massive stuff, but I just think, being completely honest, both of these teams are in the driver's seat to win this region, be the 1-2 seed, and it takes something really surprising from the rest of the region for that to happen. But again, like you said, Warner Robins, Perry still hanging out there. No, not a great season thus far. I might be putting it mildly for Wayne County, and New Hampstead kind of hanging out there with Kyle Hockman. They're always a threat, can always put up points, but again, just have to see it consistently from them. These are the two teams, 3 years in a row, 2021, 2022, 2023. These are your state champions in 4A. So these guys are coming out here at home in Ware County, and they want to take the lead, not just in this game, but in the region.
Certainly is. Again, we roll along here. Good to have you along. I'm Kevin Thomas, Christian Goeckel. This is the Barnes Restaurant pregame show celebrating 50 years of service in Savannah. Check out all the great 50-year specials. 50 pieces of chicken, $50. 50 chicken fingers, $50. 5 pounds of pulled pork, $50. They got a whole lot of great deals for you at Barnes Restaurant. Keep them in mind for your next tailgate. There'll be a tailgate next week at BC. Hit them up now. Get ready for that tailgate. Get ready for your college football watching tomorrow. And, again, Barnes Restaurant, the place to go. But, Christian, two varying styles of football. Not that BC doesn't want to be physical, but, hey, BC's going to try to attack you with speed. We're kind of more known as, although they have had some finesse game in the past, this is a team that wants to bludgeon you up front. Offensive and defensive lines, always been known for big physical play.
Absolutely, and just watching this team, they came out against a really good Bainbridge team, and first 8 plays, run. They want to come out and kind of hit you in the face. They're going to attack you inside the tackles, but they're also going to try to get to the edge, and it's not overly creative a lot of times. It's just executed really violently. They've got guards that can get to the outside. They're great at double teams and letting guys get to the next level, so you're going to have to, and I think BC's been really strong at this year. You are going to have to match that aggression at the line of scrimmage, at the point of attack, going to be led by Cam Cody, big number 55 there. They want to isolate you, get to the next level, and bust big runs, and then kind of build with their play-action game off of that. So for BC, you kind of lived off of stopping the run with 4 this year, dropping 7 back into coverage. Can that front 4 make that happen again?
Certainly, again, no better place to be than right here tonight in Memorial Stadium. If you've never been here before, it was a baseball stadium way back when for the Waycross Bears at that point, and they've kind of kept that facade down in the east end zone going here in the football stadium. So one of the more unique settings you'll get in high school football is right here at Ware County. But Christian, you had 2 weeks off. You played Westminster and kind of left no doubt. It was 7-7 in the first quarter, and then you rolled off 49 straight and blew out Westminster. A lot of guys didn't even play in the second half. Now you go from that into strap them up, boys. This is the game of the year. Even with the Colquitts and Bufords behind you, this one means way more.
Yeah, and we've talked about it. As cool as those games are in high school football, region games are the ones that matter. There's no AP poll at the end of the year ranking teams and deciding who's going to the playoffs. You go to the playoffs by your ranking in your region. 4 teams from each region make it, and if you are one of those top 2 teams, you guarantee yourself at least one home game. So since the beginning of the year, this game's been circled. I just love how this team is being thrown into the region play against Ware, and Ware's being thrown into region play against Benedictine. It's wild to say it, but BC's already played 4 games. They had back-to-back bye weeks and 4 games. Ware County is already 5-0 on the season. Now you kind of get to that second season here where this is what counts.
Certainly, we are rolling along here in the Barnes Restaurant pregame show. We will step aside. We'll come back with more keys to tonight's ball game between the Cadets and the Ware County Gators. This is the Barnes pregame show on Watch BC Sports.
Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com.
Plan your hunting getaway and escape to experience the beauty of Mossy Pond. Our diverse property right here in Pierce County allows you to enjoy various types of hunts, including plantation-style quail, hog, pheasant, and flooded timber-style duck hunts, all within 24 hours. At the center of it all, experience scenic, rustic, beautiful, and inviting amenities like luxury lodging, our first-class pro shop, fine dining, and the perfect event space. Book now and see why Mossy Pond Lodge is Georgia's premier hunting paradise.
I'm Kenny Granger from Cas-N-Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cas-N-Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium in the heart of Ware County as, again, the Gators and Benedictine tonight for the region opener for both teams. Christian, as we look at the Ware County Gators tonight, what have you seen from them on film? What are they trying to do? I think a lot of it starts, especially offensively, with their big running back, Jameer Boyd.
Yeah, very, very talented football team and a very physical football thing. I think the thing that stands out to me the most, and I talked to Danny Britt about this at his show on Thursday, is this is a team that loves playing football. You watch Ware County play, and it's like almost like they're overjoyed to be out there playing football. I know the guy in Athens always talks about fire, passion, energy is what he's looking for people. That's what you see when Ware County plays. You talk about Jameer Boyd. There's a run that he had a couple weeks ago where he breaks one from the 50, and he's wide open heading to the end zone, and he veers off course to bury a defensive back just because, it's fun. And I'm Cannon, and I only get 10 of these a year guaranteed, so I'm going to go out there and have as much fun as I can. They play with passion, and they're out there playing for each other, and they play really fast. I think Coach Strickland does a great job with his system. These guys kind of grow up in it, coming up through the middle school ranks. They know what the formation is going to look like. They know what the plays are going to be. And like I said, it's very similar to Benedictine, where it looks like from the outside looking in, BC's doing a lot offensively. Same thing for Ware. But in reality, they're just playing fundamental football, and they can do a few things from a lot of different formations. And it's not overly complicated. So they want to come straight downhill at you. They want to hit you in the mouth and just see if you can take that. And I think BC is ready for that challenge. But you're going to find out in the first quarter, I think one of the biggest things Benedictine has to avoid in a game with this much energy on the road, don't let them come out to the hot start. Got to put the doubt in their minds and the crowd's mind early and then play from there. But you've seen you kind of had to battle back a little bit after a good start against Colquitt. You let them go on a big run, and you had to fight back from that. Come out and just be ready to answer immediately. You can't let them emotionally and physically get you over in this game.
And then defensively, they're going to start there being physical up front on the defensive side of the football. So I think you look at attacking them, they're one of those teams that I think if they play physical the way Coach Strickland wants the Gators to play, that they think they'll be disruptive and get home with 4 or 5 guys, and they can drop coverage and try to slow down some of BC's guys. Not a lot of teams that can do that. They may have to send extra. I think Ware feel it out early, but if we can be physical at the line of scrimmage, our linebackers are going to run and make plays.
Oh, it's really funny that you say that, because I'd say there's not a lot of teams that can do that, but BC played 3 of them to start the year with Camden, Colquitt, and Buford. And then the teams that BC's played since then that maybe you felt were a little bit overmatched and would try to sell it to stop the run have actually gone the other way and only sent 4 or 5 guys and dropped coverage because they didn't want to let BC's receivers beat them over the top. So BC hasn't really seen a team yet that can match them on the outside one-on-one and coverage and just going to go single high with the safety. Every team they played, Buford was in man with 2 over the top or cover 4 a lot, so 2 safeties over the top the whole time. Colquitt, for the most part, was able to keep 2 safeties high. So I'm curious to see if Ware County feels like they can get that pressure consistently with 4 or 5 and they can drop that coverage back. If I had to imagine, if I'm attacking BC, that's what I'm doing to start the game. Make Stanley Smart and this running back group prove that they can pick up 5, 10, 15 at a time, which they've been apt to do. But make them prove that first before – like you just come out and go one-on-one with Bubba Frazier and it's 70 yards over your top. So there's different strategies to this, but I think Jason Strickland's been around long enough that he knows, hey, there's no ego to this. Let's make them beat us. Don't come out there and give them something free.
On the other side, BC offensively, I know there's been a want to say, let's get Stephen Cannon going with, one of those 300-yard, 3-4 touchdown passing games. But again, if teams are going to drop coverage and let you run the ball, Stanley Smart, let him do his thing. He's going to average 150 yards a night and tear you up, not to mention Bubba Frazier, get him in the ball in a variety of different ways can hurt you. So I think that's the temperament you have to have if you're AJ Phillips and you're Danny Britt is, hey, yes, we can do these things, but if they're going to try to take that away, we can still do this and be very successful and win. And it's one of those things like, hey, I have a pitcher that can throw 100 miles an hour. Well, we don't need him to throw 100 miles an hour. We can win with 80-mile-an-hour off-speed stuff. So let's just keep doing that. And I think that's what BC's looking at, where it's like, yes, we can, but let's not force it and just do what they're giving us, and we can be very successful.
100%. And I think AJ Phillips does a good job with that. Just take what the defense gives you. And with that in mind, BC, I think a lot of teams have a plan A, and then if you have to go to plan B, it gets pretty shaky. Benedictine has a plan A, they have a plan B, but they also, all else fails, we're going to go under center, put a couple wingbacks and a B-back in the game, and we're going to go 1950s football at you. So there's an A, B, and C, and honestly, Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like those kids have probably repped the C plan more than anything else.
Right.
So Benedictine is multiple, and you don't see that a lot at the high school level. So I think that's one of their advantages. We saw it last week, Kevin. They added a 4th and 5th formation that we haven't really seen, or set, I should say, where they go under center and kind of like an ace formation like you'll see Buford do, or really in the NFL, where it's quarterback under center, running back behind him, and then kind of an H-back split out to the side. You don't see that a lot at the high school level. You rarely see that in the college level. So BC is multiple. Stephen Kane is a senior quarterback. That allows you to do a lot. He can make checks at the line. You have a very upperclassman-laden team outside of the line of scrimmage on offense, but I think if you put a lot of questions at them, BC has more answers than you can pose questions.
Defensively tonight, you'll have LaDamian Guyton back for the ball game tonight, and let me tell you, they ate last week even though he wasn't there. Those guys are flying all over the place. Larson Little had a great football game. Houston had a great football game, and the front I know technically it's the front 3, but let's call it the front 4 because Jameer Lee's going to rotate in there, and those guys were living in the backfield last week.
Yeah, and it's just I think he might have been a little bit overmatched there with Westminster. Haven't necessarily seen anything like BC, but I think if you point to one unit that has played consistently the best all season, it's been those 3 guys, Cam Cody, Isaac Scott, and Gavin Smith. I think they've been your most dominant and consistent 3, and that has allowed you to be really creative with what you're doing on the back end. Or don't be creative, be simple, but be safe with what you're doing on the back end. So with the guys back, Wyatt Esterbrook's back, Makai Williams is back at safety, I think that gives you even more of an advantage because you don't have to get overly complicated. People always think back on like the Les Miles LSU defenses and Nick Saban and Georgia's under Kirby Smart. Like, wow, they must be doing something. They're really not. They just have really good players and they don't have to be complicated, which allows you to kind of have to play your hand a little bit more. So I think BC, now that they're back to full-ish strength here, you're going to see a little bit more of that. You don't have to get quite as desperate with some of the blitzes that you've seen in the past.
We are rolling along here, the Barnes Restaurant pregame show, celebrating 50 years of service in the Savannah community. We're glad to have you along as we're counting you down towards Benedictine and the Ware County Gators. We're coming right back here on Watch BC Sports.
Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Vernon Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
As the world's largest lifestyle retailer of recreational boats and yachts, MarineMax is dedicated to connecting people with life-changing experiences on the water. More than just a boat retailer, MarineMax offers a complete range of services. 3518 Old Tybee Road, Thunderbolt, and online at marinemax.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium, home of the Ware County Gators. Benedictine has rolled into town here tonight and hoping to hand the Gators their first loss of the season. Obviously, that would make their first region loss as well. A nice night for football. It's overcast. It did rain earlier today, so it's kind of, we're in the swamp. Muggy. It's humid, muggy. Yeah. Here in the swamp tonight. So you and I were talking about this on the way to the stadium. Last time they played here, it had literally rained all day. And it was a mud fest. And I think you talked to Danny Britt and said, look, the stadium's nice, but when the grass is wet, the grass is wet. It's different than playing on turf. And when you have to think about your cuts instead of just playing fast, that can make a difference. I'm not saying the field is saturated, but it is a little wet out and a little muggy tonight. So we'll see if that plays a factor here early.
Yeah, this is honestly right now pretty perfect. I think the rain stopped soon enough. You got a little bit of sunlight. It's not very slick track out there right now. But like you said, it's very muggy, which for a quarterback, baseball, I think it kind of lets you get a little more tacky feel to it, maybe spin a little bit better. But for the running backs and the wide receivers with those sticky gloves that they have, any kind of moisture on there can affect that. So this is one of those situations a lot of time where you'll see those skill guys come out with no gloves on and just kind of play old school. But I don't think it should be too big of a factor right here. But just looking at the grass and being out on it. I mean, it's perfectly maintained right now, and I will wait until the 300-pounders get on there and start moving some dirt around to see how well it holds up.
I mean, you can't see where they warmed up in some spots on the sideline and on the field, so we'll see if it gets more traction during the game, if that starts to be a problem. But other than that, field for late September looks pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too much of a factor. Now we got some clouds kind of lingering off, and it's so humid, Kevin, that you can even see up in the lights where it looks like it's raining, but you can just see the water particles out there. So it's probably about 100% humidity right now, but we got a little bit of a breeze blowing. But I mean, South Georgia football in the swamp. Yeah, you couldn't ask much for much better.
Yeah, it's going to be a full house tonight here between BC and Ware County tonight. So we're glad to be on hand. Have not seen the captains totally emerge. They're standing down in there, but we're still a little bit ways from the coin toss. We'll step aside one more time here in the Barnes Restaurant pregame show, celebrating 50 years of service to the Savannah community. Get them on the line for your next tailgate, your next game day feast. 50 years. They got a lot of 50-year specials. 50 pieces of chicken, $50. 50 tenders, $50. 5 pounds of pulled pork, $50. A lot of great specials there as Barnes celebrating 50 years. Celebrate with them for your next stop. We're coming right back. We'll let you know who wins the coin toss and more. This is Watch BC Sports.
The honor, the heritage, the tradition of excellence. The home for Benedictine Cadets football is WatchBCSports.com. All the games, play-by-play, and in-depth analysis. Home of the Danny Britt Show. Be a part of the action as your Benedictine Cadets take the field in their quest for yet another championship. On the official home of the Cadets, WatchBCSports.com. And look for us on Facebook and Instagram at WatchBC Sports.
Want to make some extra cash just by sitting on your couch? At Cas-N-Carry in Savannah, Georgia, we buy any car, no matter the condition, and take it right off the road. Just visit the link, enter your car details, and get an instant offer. Cas-N-Carry, turning cars into cash without leaving your couch.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Captains out on the field as Stephen Cannon, Larson Little, Josh Washington, and Cam Cody, your captains for BC. They are wearing the white tops with the maroon helmets and the maroon pants. Do we have a special coin flip? Boy, he got that thing up there. We got a guest coin flip. And they're talking to Ware County. I'm going to assume the Gators won the toss. They did, and they will defer. So BC and the offense will get it to start the ball game. But again, they are dressed out in maroon pants, white tops with the maroon numbers and the maroon helmet. Gators in those gold pants, green tops, and the gold helmet. And as Christian said, a nice uniform game tonight. Should have no problem seeing who's who with either one of these teams. So we're just about ready. The captains will run back and join their teams in their respective end zones. We're going to be to our left out of the east end zone, and BC out of the west end zone. The east end zone is that kind of baseball bowl closed in over there. The open end zone is where BC is going to run out of here tonight at Memorial Stadium.
You got some fire on the field. This is a spectacle.
So there goes Ware County running out on the field. And here come the Cadets running here to the near side. And Christian, we are just about ready to go for a game of the week in the state between these two, and the Cadets looking to open, reach, and play on a positive note.
Absolutely, Kevin. And again, it's about who can come out and hit the other one first. These two very physical football teams, they want to establish the run. They want to dominate you on the line of scrimmage. Who can come out in front of a really good crowd here in Waycross and establish their will?
And again, we get you ready for the kickoff. No video tonight, unfortunately. That got yanked away from us earlier in the week, and we apologize about that. But just kind of the way, unfortunately, it has gone for us at times here this year. But, hey, I will say this with 100% certainty. We got the better broadcast. So stick right here with us on Watch BC Sports as the Cadets will kick it off here tonight and get the ball first. So it will be Bubba Frazier, and Aaron Mallard back deep here for the Cadets. And they will await a kick. Trying to see who that is. Is that 89. Number 89? That will be Jeffrey Gonzalez. And again, BC will go left to right here as you're looking at it. And Gonzalez waiting for the all good. He is a left-footed kicker. And he will walk forward and drive it up the right hash. That'll chase Mallard back into the end zone. And it'll come out 1st and 10 from the 20s where the Cadets will start opening series here for Stephen Cannon and the offense.
So let's see, Kevin. A lot of times you want to see what the offense comes out and does. Let's see how Ware chooses to defend this BC offense. Again, we haven't really seen a team just go single high and really challenge them in the box. And just from the look of it, Kevin, they're going to have about 2 safeties, maybe 3, standing at least 8-9 yards deep.
Offense hustling out there on the field. They will go empty set here. They'll put Stanley Smart tripped out to the left. Twin receivers here to the right as Cannon in the backfield by himself. 3-man front for Ware County. They'll walk a couple outside linebackers in. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Smart on the end around, and that edge was Stanley gets away, and he'll come back to the other side, but tackled back inside the 10. That was not blocked well. The right edge crumbled for BC, and it did not hold up. Stanley got away from a tackle, but is going to end up losing about 10 on the play.
Yeah, the left end for Ware did a great job of setting the edge, and if you're the right tackle there, you got to get around and hook that guy and give Stanley a chance, but just got beat off the snap, which it hurts when you're a lineman, you know when the snap's coming and you get beat. But, I mean, that was just a clean break. And, Kevin, the skies have opened up a little bit.
It is starting to rain a little bit here as well. As Cannon in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Cannon going to tuck it down, roll to his right. He's got some open grass and will work back across the 10 towards the 15. And it'll bring up 3rd down. I think the coach is having some communication issues from the box, and they're kind of signal down from the press box the call.
And that, Kevin, I know a lot going on right now, but cool to see Stephen Cannon get hit against Ware County. I know that's something he's got to been thinking about last year. This is the game he went out with a season-ending injury. Good to see him get out there, lower a shoulder, and hit somebody.
So here is Cannon in the shotgun. Empty set, trips to the right, and he'll take a straight drop. Looking, Cannon going to step up in the pocket. He's going to tuck it and go, trying to ask for some protection. Can he turn the corner? He's at the 25. Cuts back 30. That's a first down. Nice run by Stephen Cannon, calling out the block and getting up across the 30 to the 33, and that's a BC Brothers moving the chain, first down.
Big play and just a nice job by Stephen stepping up in the pocket, avoiding the pressure, kept his eyes downfield, and they had a spy on him, but I think they underestimated how quick Stephen is and beat him to the edge. Big first down, about 17 yards on that scramble.
So 1st and 10, just across the 30. Here's Cannon. He'll give it to Stanley Smart. Smart will turn the corner, 35, across the 40, still going, dragging a man out towards the 45, give him a gain of 13 on first down, and another BC Brothers moving the chains, first down.
Yeah, BC sets up a tight end to the right side, little pin and pull action right there, pull a guard and get to the next level, and that's a great tackle by that linebacker. Stanley Smart still running.
I think the Cadets have their communication issues settled up here in the booth, so right back to it. Here's the snap.
Same play.
Smart, they're going to go right back to it, sealed it off. Stanley just driving the pile out towards midfield, give him 5 on first down, and it'll bring up 2nd and 5.
BC not going fast here, but they're also not huddling, so getting to the line pretty quick and not subbing, so Ware County's having to keep those same guys on the field as well.
Again, Ware running a similar front to what Benedictine does defensively, so they should see this a lot with the 3 down linemen. Ooh, a hard count, almost got Ware to jump.
And Ware County going with a 3-high look right here. They might rock one of those safeties down into the box, but this is a light box for BC if they want to run it.
They'll offset Stanley behind Stephen Cannon. Out of the pistol, they'll give it to Stanley. Straight ahead into Ware territory, leaning inside, still pushing, still driving down to the 42, and move the chains again. BC Brothers moving on that one, and the Cadets are putting a drive together here.
And on the ground, and A.J. DePhillips is sitting up here counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the box. Cool, we're running the football. And great job by Stanley Smart and their offensive line, just keeping the legs churning and pushing. Should have been about a 3 or 4 yard gain, and you turn it into an 8, 9 yard gain and a first down.
So Cadets will stay that same formation, twins either side. They'll put Smart to the left of Cannon out of that shotgun. Bubba Frazier goes in motion. They'll give it to Bubba. He'll turn inside, gets inside the 40 down to about the 37. Give him a gain of about 4 on first down or bring up second down and 6.
Yeah, just getting the ball to number 4 however you can. And you're just kind of watching right now, Kevin. Do they start sucking up and trying to put more guys in the box, or do they stay disciplined and just keep running that 3-man front with 3 guys over the top?
Kind of taking a play out of Ware's playbook here, Christian, where you just run it. And if you're not going to adjust, we're just going to keep doing it.
It's a numbers game. You see the respect they're giving to our receivers.
So here's Cannon out of a shotgun. They'll roll here to the near side. He winds up, throws short. Bounced one out there. Who was he looking for? Was that Josh Washington? And bounced it down there at the ankles. It'll be third down and 6.
Yeah, just a little flood concept, but you have a dig coming across as well. And Steven booting to his right, trying to throw back to a spot in the zone, coming back across his body, just kind of short hopped and pulled the string on it a little bit. But where you're at right now, Kevin, on the 38, you got about 6 yards to go. 2 down territory?
Depends on what you do here on third down. If it goes fourth and short, I would think about it. Trips to the right, 1 up top in the formation. They'll check back here to the near side. And they're trying to get the ball snap. 5 on the play clock. Cannon, he'll motion out smart, takes the snap. Cannon looking, he'll tuck it and run. Straight ahead goes Steven inside towards the 30. He'll get shoved back.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Forward progress to the 31. I think he's just beyond the chains. That's a BC Brothers moving the chains. First down. So that was just a straight quarterback power. They motioned out smart and moved the chains.
Yeah, you empty the backfield, go with an empty set, and Steven Cannon does a great job keeping his eyes downfield, selling that fake, and then a really nice job by the offensive line opening up a little alley for him.
So first and 10 from the Ware County 32-yard line. Working on about 5 minutes gone here in this first quarter.
Is this where you see a shot? Oh, a little wildcat.
Oh, they put Cannon out wide now. And what do we have? Somebody called a timeout. False start on Benedictine.
Yeah, and you kind of saw a stem there from Ware's defensive line where they just did a really violent action, but they did it side to side. You used to see Georgia and a lot of teams do that at the college level, and they've kind of outlawed that a little bit, calling it like a false start on the defense, but high school level, it's still allowed, and BC jumps.
Let's see if they go back to that or if they run something new. They got Bubba off to the right of Steven Cannon. Trips up top. Now they'll put Cannon out in motion again. Bubba by himself, and they take the snap. Bubba going to delay out to the left. And out towards the sideline, and he'll run out of bounds about the 31. So back to the original line of scrimmage, gain of 5, and it'll bring up second down and 10 for the Cadets.
Yeah, just a little sweep out of Wildcat there, and just a little wrinkle. Again, something that Ware hasn't seen, make them think about something else.
One thing about Wildcat, Christian, it seems like when you do it, especially in high school, everybody knows who's getting the ball and what's going to happen. Not a lot of trickery to it. It's just we go hat on it.
Yeah, and you do that 1 or 2 more times, though, and does Bubba Frazier have an arm?
Yeah, here's second and 10. Cannon out of the shotgun. He'll play action.
Wide open.
Throw it. Oh, they wanted the flag in there. They were tackling Aaron Mallard as the ball got there. They're looking near side. No call. And it'll be third down and 10. Boy, it was a quick slant job, and the corner was all up on him, Christian.
It probably a little bit early there, but I think if Steven Cannon goes back and watches this tape and this offensive staff, if he had just waited another second longer and trying to fit into the tight window, Bubba Frazier was coming wide open on a backside slant as well. Aaron had kind of emptied out the middle of the field. Bubba Frazier was running wide open, but just pulled the trigger on the first thing he saw.
Third down and 10, 5 wides, trips here to the near side. They'll motion it back. Here's quads. Here's Cannon on a drop, looking, throws over the middle, has a man, incomplete. He was looking for Stanley Smart over the middle and just a little too far out and low. It'll be fourth down. And are you in the tweener zone? They're going to trot out Parker Lewis, who's shown an improved leg as the season has gone on. Christian, this looks like it will be out of the hold of Steven Cannon, mind you, a 45-yard attempt for Parker Lewis.
And we've seen him hit from here in warm-ups and in practice. Now you just got to execute. And Steven Cannon.
Actually, back that up.
Yeah.
It's going to be 49 yards.
But we've seen Steven Cannon tonight. Just looks a little tight and is kind of pulling the string a little bit.
6:34 to go here in the quarter. Cadets with a drive that took up almost half the first quarter. Let's see if Parker Lewis can convert from 49. The snap is good. The kick has got distance. It is good right through there. 49 yards. Parker Lewis showing some leg, and the Cadets take the early lead 3-0. We're coming right back. This is Cadet football presented by Cas-N-Carry on Watch BC Sports.
Want to make some extra cash just by sitting on your couch? At Cash-N-Carry in Savannah, Georgia, we buy any car, no matter the condition, and take it right off the road. Just visit the link, enter your car details, and get an instant offer. Cash-N-Carry, turning cars into cash without leaving your couch.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. The raindrops, they are a-falling, but not on our head. Christian Goeckel and, boy, Parker Lewis, 49 yards with some juice. That thing hit the net in the back and was still moving. It never got more than about 20 feet off the ground, but it was bulleted back there.
He's only been doing this for 4 or 5 months now, and in a giant region game like this, rain, kind of a rush situation, only had 8 seconds on the play clock, just absolutely drills it. And sometimes I wonder, Kevin, is that a good thing where you don't have to think, just go out there, execute, and hit it? And, man, big-time stuff.
So Cadets with the early lead, 3-0. This will be John Brenton to kick it off as the drops pick up a little harder now. We see fans retreating under the cover of the backstop where the old baseball facade used to be. Here's the kick from Brenton. It's a line driver. Going to skip into that second line. And up the right side, Cadets are not there to cover it, and they're going to get it all the way out close to the 35-yard line. And that's where Ware will take over 1st and 10. And that's the downside of the line drive kick is you got to really run your alleys.
And you just wonder if that was called from Danny Britt on the sideline where you don't feel like he's got the leg today and a warm-up to put it in the end zone. So, okay, hey, let's go squib. And we call it just kind of a dirty kick where you just put a knuckleball down there and see if a guy mishandles it. But Ford did a great job of holding on to the football.
Again, LaDamian Guyton back out there for the Cadets this week.
Looks like Amari Burse and Jonathan Black are your two corners.
Isaiah White, your quarterback, out of a pistol. Jameer Boyd in the tail of that formation. Now they'll shift a tight end around and pull him up alongside, and they'll give it to him here to the near side. Boyd tries to cut inside, and he'll lean ahead. Boyd knocking some helmets in there, and he'll get out across the 40 to the 41, so give him a gain of about 6 or 7. Actually, 6 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Get used to seeing that, man. Just really nice double teams from the offensive line right there. They know which direction. It's zone blocking. They know which direction they want to go to, and they're just going to hammer you, and he's going to find the crease.
They'll take Boyd out. They'll bring in Tayshawn Franklin, 6'1", 210, so you don't lose a whole lot size-wise when he comes in. Now they'll put him to the left side of Isaiah White. They'll give it to him. They'll run student body to the right. He breaks through first down and leans across the 50 into BC territory. And again, it ain't rocket science. These first 2 plays, it's power football and come right downhill at you.
And it's right off tackle that time. And you kind of see, Kevin, he's not going to run it a ton, but Isaiah White, the quarterback, enough of a threat that they kind of left Guyton out there having to read the quarterback. He stays with the quarterback, and all of a sudden you're playing 10-on-10 football going the other way. So just the little added threat of the quarterback running the football kind of puts you in a tough spot when you're really trying to commit to stopping the running back.
And so similar to what BC's doing, White steps up. They have their formation, and then they'll shift the running back where they want him and snap the football. Now they empty the set. They put Franklin way out wide, and they'll throw a little screen pass back. He dropped the football.
That was a backwards pass.
And it goes out of bounds.
They called it incomplete.
They called it incomplete. That was behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe not backwards enough, but they tried to run that little bubble screen. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, same thing that we talked about with what BC is doing. They motioned 4 guys out to the left, and BC only had 3, so they said, cool, 1, 2, 3, 4 against 3. We're going to throw it out there. If not, probably have a quarterback draw coming off that as well.
So trips here to the left into pistol, and they'll probably shift out of that. As they have, nope, they'll stay there. They'll go right to tail of that pistol. This is Boyd. Oh, big Cam Cody wrapped him up right at midfield. He threw him ahead to about the 49. They'll give him a gain of 1. It's 3rd down and 9. But, boy, when Big Cam gets his mitts on you, Christian, the ride's pretty much over.
I'm about to say, you don't go a whole lot further. And that time he did a good job of shucking off his guy on the inside and just, like you said, just mauling the running back.
So you got Scott, Gavin Smith, and Cam Cody up front. Guyton here to the near side standing up on 3rd and 9. Out of a shotgun, here's White. Boyd to his left, takes a snap. White looking, rolling to his right, throws underneath. It's
Good
caught.
catch.
Can BC get there? They cannot. Makes a man miss. He's in the flat. He's free up the right sideline. 5 and touchdown. Made a man miss, and it was ball game over at that point by Jamario Rice. Slick and speedy, and just ran a delayed crossing route, Christian, and BC was not there, and it's 6-3.
It's what teams like Ohio State and Oklahoma have just lived off of for the longest time. You defend everything else, but then they run a guy from the far side all the way across the line of scrimmage, and you just kind of lose him in the shuffle. Really easy pass for the quarterback, and he put a ton of heat on it, and honestly, great catch by the receiver holding on to it. But like you said, that guy's already at full sprint when he catches the football, and you're kind of flat-footed as a defender.
Point after is up and good, so Ware answers right back. It's 7-3, 4:18 to go. BC's drive took about 6 minutes. Ware's took about 2. We're coming right back. This is Cadets football presented by Cas-N-Carry.
Bowtie Barbecue Company at 6724 Waters Avenue in Savannah serves up barbecue both familiar and new, made by hand and made with love. Family friendly and relaxed, Bowtie takes great pride in the by hand preparation of high quality beef ribs, smoked chicken, pork spare ribs, and more. Come join the Bowtie family. Ask about our food truck and catering too. Bowtie Barbecue Company, Southern charm naturally. Look for them online at BowtieBarbecueCO.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. So a quick answer by the Gators, Christian Goeckel, and now it's BC's turn. The drops, I wouldn't say it's a downpour, but it's definitely, I'll say steady, a steady kind of light rain that's been falling for about the last 5-6 minutes, and we'll see how that affects the field positions. Here's the kick. It's going to go deep, and Mallard back in the end zone, and BC will take over at the 20.
Yeah, that one hurts because you had them backed up 3rd and 9 with a chance potentially to get off the field, and they just make a great play. And again, these are two coaching staffs that are really familiar with each other. Jason Strickland knows what a Danny Britt defense typically looks like, and BC loves to play man coverage, and they caught him in man there, and they had a speedster catch the football, and like you called, as soon as you make one guy miss like that, it's really hard to play catch up.
Cadets trotting back out on the field. Again, the rain continues to fall here tonight. Again, projected to have rain pretty much throughout the weekend, or throughout the night at least. So Cannon in a shotgun. He'll put twins up top. And Frazier motioning right to left, and the flag comes flying in. I think somebody moved on the inside of that BC line.
Again, we've seen this throughout some first quarters this season. It's just a little bit clunky, not with how they're playing, but with the pre-snap stuff and the motions and all the stuff BC likes to do. Just a little bit clunky, and you just can't have these penalties putting you from 1st and 10 to 1st and 15.
Oh, they're going to say it was against Ware.
Okay, so
well, it came from the back judge, which usually is somebody on the inside of that line moves. Ware saying no, it's against BC. BC is saying it's against Ware. So
yeah, I think they're going to get them what we were talking about earlier, just simulating a snap count.
No, it went against went against Ware, so it'll be 1st and 5 here. Twins up top again. They'll motion Bubba right to left. They'll fake it to him, come back with Stanley Smart, and Stanley just gets snowed under, and they lost everything they just got. It'll be 2nd down and 10 after a 5-yard loss. Linebackers flying everywhere. Christian Goeckel.
And you haven't shown yet that you can beat them through the air, so they're just keying on the backfield, and that time you try to fake a jet and come back. Kind of a slow developing run play right there, and Ware County ate that one up.
That was Seth Suisse, number 40, actually on the interior of that line, busting through, making a tackle. So Cadets, 2nd down, be officially 9 after a 4-yard loss. Cannon looks, throws in the flat, caught Bubba Frazier, and makes a man miss across the 30, have a 1st down, and we'll just take it out of bounds at the 34. BC Brothers moving the chains, 1st down, and a little simple out concept that time.
Yeah, just a stop route, and your corner, I would too, but playing about 10 yards off of Bubba Frazier, and Bubba just runs 3 yards, stops, and Cannon already has the ball right in his chest, pick up a 1st down. It's just you can't cover everything on the field, and BC does a good job of finding those spots.
So 1st and 10 here for the Cadets. Snap to Cannon. He'll fake it. They'll throw it out to Bubba. He'll catch it to the left side this time across the 40. 44 and shoved out of bounds. They'll give him the 45 if he's got it. That's a 1st down. BC Brothers moving the chains. 1st down for the Cadets.
Again, same kind of premises. They're playing off. BC fakes a run, comes back on a little bubble screen to Bubba, and you have them outnumbered out there, and he's able to pick up another 10 yards.
So 1st and 10 from the Cadet 45. Trips here to the near side. One receiver up top. Steven out of a shotgun. And he's got Stanley Smart to his right as they'll do the check with me. They'll motion Smart over to the left. Now he'll come out of the backfield altogether. Steven looking, going to wind up, throw over the middle, has a man. It's Mallard caught. That's a first down and more inside the 35, down to the 30, and a big gain of 25. Stephen Cannon to Aaron Mallard. Move the chains with BC Brothers moving.
Yeah, a little over route. BC goes trips. Aaron Mallard, the inside man, just comes over the top of the linebackers. Nice job by Steven, not bailing on the pocket. Slides up and delivers his best ball of the night so far. And you've seen the adjustment, Kevin. Ware County, this second drive comes out, and they have one high safety loading guys in the box, and all of a sudden you're hitting stuff over the top.
Cadets will go pistol here on 1st and 10 from the Ware County 30. And here's the snap. Cannon will give it straight to Stanley Smart, and in the middle of that line just got blown up. Stanley's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Had to do some leg driving to get there, but it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, you see the adjustments now, slants, and just really trying to take away that inside run game from BC. That's the commitment right now from Ware's defense. Now, do they feel like their backside can hold up? And if nothing else, Kevin, you flip the field here. I feel like you put yourself in field goal range.
Right.
And you've given your defense a chance to catch their breath a little bit.
2nd down and 10 here for the Cadets from the Ware County 30. Here's an inside give to Smart off the left side, and nothing doing again. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
It's the same play they got tackled for a loss on like 6 plays ago, and it's just with as quickly as Ware County is getting into the backfield right now, don't know if you have time for those slow developing plays. If they bust, I mean, these are the ones that can go for touchdowns, but right now you're just not getting the kind of holes you need to make that happen.
Trips to the right, one receiver up top here on 3rd. They'll call it 11, say lost 1. Cadets with the football down in Ware County territory. Here's the snap. Steven with a play action. He'll tuck it, flushed out to his left, trying to buy time, spinning around, and still on his feet, looking, and now coming near side, still looking. He's got a man open, got to see him, trying to buy some time, winds up, throws, and incomplete.
Oh, my goodness.
Boy, he missed. Who was that? Josh Washington or Stanley Smart way down there? They'll watch that in tape, but, I mean, Steven ran 75 yards before he made that throw.
And it's easy for us to see, Kevin, because we're up here in the press box watching it. He's down there running for his life from defenders, but he had some guys open. But that's Houdini. He was sacked 4 times. The fact that he was able to keep it going and keep his eyes downfield was huge. I think they're going to try another field goal.
That's going to be another long one here. Parker Lewis again.
I think same spot.
1 yard closer. He had a 49-yarder. This will be a 48-yarder out of the hold of Stephen Cannon. 93 seconds to go here in the first. The kick is up. It's got a lot of leg, but it's off to the left. So no good. And the Ware County defense held, but you've been able to move the ball up and down the field the first 2 drives. You just get down to about the 30, and you kind of stall out and just can't make that one extra play. But you've had the ball predominantly the whole first quarter here thus far.
And give Ware County's defense credit. They've kind of stuffed up the middle a little bit and put you in that 3rd and long where you had to try to make that happen. But signs of life, but also just got to kind of get out of your own way, missing some assignments right now up front.
The rain continues to fall here in Waycross, and one of those things that Danny Britt has told us about trying the long field goal in Georgia high school football, you miss the kick, it goes down to the 20. So essentially you punted it 15 yards or so, but nothing to lose, and you back them up just a little bit.
Yeah, just a second drive, but the worst field position for Ware thus far this evening.
Yeah, here is Isaiah White. Ware will shift a tight end over to the right side. Here's the snap. They will give it on an end around from a wide receiver off the left side, and a big tackle made out there off the left. I think that was Larson Little with the tackle of Jelande O'Hara, wide receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down at about 4.
Yeah, Ware County just kind of out-formationing BC right now, getting a lot of guys on one side and just overloading them and doing a really good job of establishing the edge right now. That was just student body right, just out of the shotgun.
So the chess match is well underway here. Christian Goeckel out of a pistol here. The Gators on 2nd down and 5. They'll motion a tight end in and give a strong formation here to the left. They will give it inside. This is going to be stood up, but driving the pile for about 3 yards is Boyd before he's turned back by a host of cadets who all met him there at the line of scrimmage inside doing a better job. It's going to be 3rd and about 1, though, here with working towards a half minute to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, they got to make the 30, and they never did.
So a big play here at the end of the first quarter. I think they don't have to snap it if they don't want to.
It's pretty close.
Close enough they might have to try to get one up.
I think the play clock's about a second ahead of the game clock. Now, do you get complicated? Your quarterback has legs too, or you just go straight out the teeth of this BC defense?
One wide receiver, a lot of beef up front here for Ware County. Out of the pistol, they go Boyd. BC with great penetration. I think they stood him up. LaDamian Guyton, Cam Cody meeting back there, blow the scrum dead already, and they finally do at the 29. It'll bring up 4th down, and that's the end of the first quarter. What a quarter it's been thus far. Cadets trail at 7-3, but a lot of signs of life out of that Cadet defense. And why are they lining back up? The quarter is over, and now they told them that they're heading to the sideline. We're coming right back. This is Cadets football presented by Cas-N-Carry.
Welcome to Sandnat Golf Carts, where luxury meets quality. We offer a wide selection of top-notch custom golf carts to suit your every need. With our extensive inventory, you're sure to find the ride of your dreams. Plus, our flexible financing options make it easier than ever to drive one off the lot today. Whether you're cruising the neighborhood or joyriding with the family, Sandnat Golf Carts is here to provide exceptional service every step of the way. Visit us today to elevate your ride.
Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings is one of Savannah's most popular. Could be the New York style pizza, or the pasta, or sandwiches, or wings. Whatever you choose, Cool Vibes has their own unique style. Check them out at 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. It's going to be 4th and 1.
A long one. I mean, this is the football's behind the 29.
They need to get to the 30. Gators have their punter in. This is Gonzalez against punts with the left foot. You got Bubba Frazier kind of looking for the left-handed spin on the far hash.
Yeah, I think punt safe more than anything right now. They're trying to get BC to jump off sides.
They do have Jameer Boyd as the upback, so if you were going to fake it, you do have your starting running back kind of as the protection. I think BC's kind of on edge for, are they going to fake it way down here? They don't. It's a low snap. Scooped out. Gonzalez gets it away and end over end.
Fire.
Frazier's going to say, everybody get away. Oh, my goodness. It takes a huge Gator roll down to the 16-yard line, and that thing rolled like it was on artificial turf, and BC going to be starting backed up in their own territory.
Yeah, about a 54-yard punt right there, and it only traveled about 28 yards in the air.
And that was off the low snap.
Yeah. That's a great job by Gonzalez.
So here come the Cadets for their 3rd offensive series of the night.
But really good job. After giving up an explosive, defense comes out and forces a 4-and-out.
So 1st down and 10. Raindrops continue to fall. Again, not a heavy rain, but just a steady rain.
And we saw this last week, Kevin. Under center, single back.
They go flex bone. They'll give it. This is Josh Washington trying to turn the right side. The ball comes popping out. And I think Ware County fell on it inside the 10-yard line. And that ball just squirted out up in the air, trying to get the corner turn. And now it's, again, kind of the story of the season defensively for BC. At least once a game, it seems like they're playing on the short field. And they're going to do it now. I think that ball is at the 10 or the 11-yard line?
Yeah, just a little buck sweep right there. And Josh Washington hit almost immediately when he got to the line of scrimmage. And that ball came popping up about 9 feet in the air and in between about 4 different Ware County Gators.
So 1st and goal from the 10, they're going to say. And now Ware County with tremendous field position up to those.
You hate that your defense has experience with this, but they do.
They do. Here is White out of a pistol with Boyd. Tail of that. They'll give it to Boyd off the right side. Oh, there's some hitting going on down there. And Cadets had it bottled up. No gain on the play as Boyd goes off the right side. And he'll come hobbling out.
I mean, he ran into a tidal wave of Cadet defenders right there.
I want to say it was probably Cam Cody or Scott, and Scott's coming off. Jameer Lee going to hustle in the ball game.
Yeah, it's like, man, I need a breather. That was a thud right there.
There's a lot of beef flying around on the inside tonight for both these teams. So Gators go to their backup running back. It'll be Tayshawn Franklin, 6'1", 210. He's to the right of Isaiah White. They'll put two tight ends in motion over to the right side of the formation. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Franklin. He bounces to the left. No, he does not. A trio. Jameer Lee, Cam Cody, and I'm going to say that I think that was Houston or no, Larson Little all met at the football, and I think maybe lost a yard back to the 11. So 3rd and goal from the 11.
They're just starting a penetration up front is BC, and that time he motioned two tight ends to the right. I think maybe it's going to be a quarterback sweep or something coming to the right. They try to come back counter to the left, and BC's defense right there.
Franklin off to the left of White. Nobody but one tight wide receiver. Now they'll motion left to right. White looking to throw, throws over the middle.
Wide
has
open.
A man back in the end zone, caught, touchdown. And BC got caught looking in the backfield that time, and a pass to the back of the end zone. A man was wide open, and that was O'Hara, and the Gators put it in the end zone. Once again, it is 13-3 on that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a miscommunication or Wyatt Esterbrook's eyes are just in the wrong spot, but he was just standing still, and the guy ran past him, and he could not make that up. Just a busted coverage right there.
Here's Gonzalez for the point after for the Gators. Snap, the kick is up, and it is good. 14-3. Gators way out in front. Cadets trying to answer. 10:07 to go here in the second quarter. This is Cadets football on Watch BC Sports.
Dead or alive, we want your car. No matter the condition, running smooth or barely rolling, Cas-N-Carry in Savannah will buy it right off the road. Visit us now, get your instant offer, and turn that ride into cash today. We buy cars, any condition.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Cadet football presented by Cas-N-Carry. They're down in a hole here early, 14-3 to Ware County. That one more of a gift touchdown as they fumbled the ball at the 10-yard line and looked like they might have had a chance for a stop. Then thought Ware was going to run the football again. They threw over the top for the touchdown, 14-3. And here's the kickoff from Gonzalez. He line drives it again. This one I'm short of the end zone. And this is Mallard at the 10, 15, 20, 25. He's got a seam, 30. He runs to the far side at the 40. Turns the corner, 45, 50. He needs one more block, 45, 40. He's at 30, 20, 15. Cuts back, 10, 5. Touchdown! 97 yards. Aaron Mallard and the Cadets with a rocket of an answer. It's 14-9.
You talk about it all the time with these guys, Kevin. Number 4 and sorry, making sure. Okay, thought I saw a flag. Okay, number 4 and number 13. You can't kick it to them. And they've done a great job of putting the ball in the back of the end zone, but that time comes up about 5 yards short, and everybody holds their breath when that happens. I mean, Bubba Frazier's fast. Aaron Mallard's got a different kind of speed. We've seen that since he was a freshman, and that time he takes it about 97 yards to the house right there, Kevin. Had a little bit of a conniption because I thought I saw yellow on the field, but I think it was just a towel from a Ware County Gator.
Parker Lewis point after is up and good. 14-10. What an answer for the Cadets. We're coming right back. This is Cadet football on Watch BC Sports.
Bowtie Barbecue Company at 6724 Waters Avenue in Savannah serves up barbecue both familiar and new, made by hand and made with love. Family friendly and relaxed, Bowtie takes great pride in the by hand preparation of high quality beef ribs, smoked chicken, pork spare ribs, and more. Come join the Bowtie family. Ask about our food truck and catering too. Bowtie Barbecue Company, Southern charm naturally. Look for them online at bowtiebbq.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Aaron Mallard, 97 yards to the house. And the Cadets right back in it. And it will be John Brenton to kick it off for BC right to left here in quarter number 2. Raindrops continue to fall, kind of a steady rain.
Here's what you can't do. Don't give one right back. And that time, I mean, Kevin, as soon as he caught it, it was like a parting of the Red Sea. They didn't have anybody in the middle of the field, and when he hit about the 40, good luck. And I want to say it was Cole Henderson that was running out in front and got that final block to get him into the end zone. So he might get a hit, man.
Give Aaron a lot of credit for waiting on that block.
Oh, he waited on the block and then crossed the guy up a couple more times.
Here's the kick from Brenton. It's going to come down at the 5, out across the 15, towards the 20, 25, and somebody with a hit there. It's JoJo Sutton going to bring him down at the 35-yard line, and that's where the Gators will take over.
Clear hold, just missed right in the middle of the field.
Quick score update, Christian Goeckel. 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Wayne County 7, Warner Robins 3.
We see it a lot. Sometimes you see a program just kind of try to show some resilience when you lose your head coach, John Mooring, and Wayne County separating. And sometimes you see that bounce back performance from a team. I think what Virginia Tech did it this past week in college football.
Yeah.
You got a city championship update for me?
I do not as of yet. This will be Isaiah White. They'll shift everybody to the left. So strong formation left. One wide receiver way out by the numbers. They'll run a little flare screen. BC reads it well, but give Boyd credit, a little shifty in there, and he's finally brought down at the 38. Shoved back.
Point, counterpoint. If I can't run it up the middle against you, I'm going to shift 4 guys out, throw it behind them, and it's basically a toss sweep. And now I've just adjusted the line of scrimmage from right here in the middle of the field and shifted it out to the left, and really shifty from the running back there, kind of getting behind his blocks. That's a good first down play.
That was Makai Williams running the alley that time from his safety spot. And again, that was just a glorified toss sweep as a pass. Student body going left. Now they'll shift tight ends to the right, the running back to the left. And now here's the snap. They'll give it to Boyd here off the right side. BC a little late trying to close down. Boyd, what a collision at the 45. He's still going all the way to the BC 45, and 2 dudes for Ware just got knocked out. I mean, what a collision.
Yeah, Makai Williams came up like a heat-seeking missile. Only problem is you got to wrap up. He left 2 Ware County Gators in his wake, but he got the wrong guy.
That's a first down for Ware at the BC 46.
And again, Franklin's kind of come in at running back, and he's really patient.
They'll run out of the pistol. White's going to put tight ends to the left. He's got 2 wides out to the left as well. Nobody here to the right except for Franklin, the running back. They'll run left side. BC tried to get the edge,
block.
Got sealed off, and there goes Franklin off the left side, inside the 30-yard line, brought down. There's a flag back at the 42-yard line.
I was going to say, that hole was a little big.
Yeah, this one's going to come back. Official call holding against the Gators. So that'll bring up some cheers here from the visitor side.
And circle that, Kevin, because if they don't see that, that could be a game-changing kind of play right there.
So that'll push them all the way back into Ware territory.
Again, that was just a little off tackle there, and nobody home from BC. I think a linebacker jumped into a gap too soon and nobody there to fill, but fortunately for BC, they held that strong side defensive end.
That'll make it first down and about 17 from their 47.
I'd try to hold Cam Cody too.
So here's White out of a shotgun, twins here to the right side. He'll take the snap. Looking, going to wind up, throw over the middle, and actually it was towards the sideline and incomplete. Sorry, the windows are a little foggy here. I'm looking through my own reflection, as beautiful as that may be.
No, that time, an on-time throw from the quarterback, but the receiver just let it fall right through his hands. Instead of coming back with the hands up, try to catch in his gut, and it kind of skipped out onto the ground.
So a big second down here.
That would have put him back at about 2nd and 10, but as things sit, 2nd and 8.
And I think if you're BC, this is where you'd like to have the Gators behind the sticks. Not really a huge threat to throw it down the field in terms of a quarterback arm. Here's White, long snap out of a pistol. They'll run it here to the near side. This is Boyd. He'll get back to the 50 before he's brought down. That is Larson Little wrapping up. And it'll be 3rd down and about 13.
They're doing a good job. Ware County's offensive line is of not getting stuck. If nothing else, you can't just create a pile in front of your own running back. So, hey, if I can't drive Isaac Scott and Cam Cody up the field, I'm going to try to direct them around me. And that's kind of what's happening right now. And they're opening up some holes that way. But 3rd and 13, you just got to protect the middle of the field right here.
Only one wide receiver to either side. Again, they will love to play the power formation. Do the Gators. They'll move Franklin off to the left of White. Cadets only showing a 4-man front. Here's the snap. White looking, going to wind up, throw out towards the sideline. It is caught and dropped.
He wouldn't have had the first down anyway, but
way short.
Field position-wise.
And Christian, again, this is not meant as disrespect towards White, but you can see the difference in arm strength.
15-yard penalty on BC, if I had to imagine right there.
After the play was that far over?
It looks like it's going to be on, I think Amari was the last guy off the field over there. It's just one of those plays where you're
getting off the field.
Well, and the action is going into their sideline. You make a big play. If you say any kind of chirping, the officials over there, he's being berated by their coaches. It's going to be a flag. And that's just a guy that's such a leader for you. For a penalty on him after the kind of season that BC's had with all of these personal foul penalties, very reminiscent of Colquitt. You can't have that. And so he's going to come off, and Kevin, number 1, JoJo Sutton back in. And he struggled with that in the Colquitt game. So maybe a redemption chance here.
And the worst part about it all is if you're Amari Bursch, you know who was waiting for you about the numbers all the way over here? That'd be Danny Britt. And he was not reading him chapter 2 from War and Peace. He was like, we were getting off the field. So now you go from punt formation to 1st and 10 from the BC 34-yard line. Here's White out of a pistol. Yep. They'll play action back here to the near side. He'll wind up, throw deep, looking for a man. It's going to be caught. I think he and Mekhi Williams are wrestling for it.
The receiver, touchdown.
Touchdown. He and Mekhi were wrestling to the ground, and they're still holding on to it. And they're going to call touchdown Ware County. It was just man for man, Jamario Rice in the far back right of the end zone. I thought Mekhi had a chance at the interception, which, again, he went up, I think maybe a touch too late, and they wrestled to the ground for it. And they, as you said, Ty, go to the receiver.
Yeah, they both came down with it, but Rice had just as much of a claim on the football as Mekhi. And right after that back-breaking penalty, they go for a shot play, and there's a dagger right there.
And here's the point after. It's up, and it is good. So 21-10, the score. 6:50 to go here in quarter number 2. Cadets trailing, trying to come back. This is Cadet Football presented by Cas-N-Carry.
Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. The Gators take a cadet mistake and turn it into points. Again, you fumble the football, 10-yard drive. That time you're coming off the field, personal foul. Gators take advantage. Christian kind of ran a naked bootleg there, and then on a long, a post route or corner route, threw it to Jamario Rice coming across the field. Here's the kickoff. They kick it towards Mallard, but it's going to go in the end zone. So the Cadets will have it 1st and 10 from their 20, and it's their turn to answer. Christian Goeckel.
And again, it's one of those ones that hurts, obviously because of the penalty, but also Mekhi was there in phase, great coverage, but just kind of got outmanned right there by a bigger athlete. And you had a guy in position, you had the correct play call on, you had been off the field the play before, and that's a 14-point swing for you.
So 1st and 10 here for the Cadet offense. Here's Cannon. They'll kind of take a page out of the Gators book. They motion a couple to the left. They'll run it to the left. This is going to be Stanley Smart, and he got spun around. He'll lose a yard.
I mean, BC just can't block Burden, number 10, outside linebacker, edge player. He's in the backfield every play.
So Cadets trying to find their footing on the ground, and so far Ware County has done a good job spreading them out.
Again, BC trying to answer because they've just dropped a couple guys into the box now, trying to take that run away. Can you win a one-on-one on the outside?
And here's the snap to Cannon. He's flushed to his right. Steven looking, winds up, throws, has a man. It is incomplete.
Almost intercepted.
He was looking for Bubba Frazier up the right side, and it'll bring up third down.
Davion Jones, the corner, did a great job of coming back and breaking on that football. Steven had to bust out of the pocket early there and delivered a good ball, but just a little too long, and Bubba Frazier had to wait on it. Almost an interception there for Ware, and not where you want to be if you're BC right now.
Third down, and they call it 12. They'll put another wide receiver here in the ball game. Christian, that's going to be Cole Henderson.
This is where you see a screen a lot of times from BC underneath.
So empty backfield, trips here to the short side, Twins up top, and did somebody move? We have a stoppage in play. No flag has come out.
I think say they lined up off sides.
So BC will get a free 5 yards here. So that takes it from 3rd and 12, Christian, to 3rd and 7, which offensively is certainly more manageable for the Cadets.
Yeah, the near side official just started walking in and pointing at the nose tackle saying, dude, your helmet's over the football.
So Cadets will stay in the same formation. Trips here to the short side. They go right to left. Twins up top of the formation. 3-man front for the Gators. Here's the snap. Steven looking. Going to step up into pocket. Scrambles to his right. Still looking. Winds up. Throws. And it's almost intercepted. Some miscommunication on the route. It was dropped at the 40. I think the receiver he was looking for, who is at Josh Washington, maybe went 10 yards deep and towards the sideline. He threw it behind him.
You can say it's miscommunication. I just think that's your quarterback trying to do too much. I know they have a spy on him. He scrambles out, and he wanted to pick up that first down. You had two receivers who just kind of stopped in zones, but their defense stopped too, and he's kind of throwing back across his body right there. Very fortunate because that was probably a pick six.
So Cannon, who has done the punting since week 2, is back deep at his own 10. Here's the snap. Cannon got some time, puts a nice leg into it, and it will hit and take a BC roll. Boy, it's rolling like AstroTurf tonight, down towards the Ware County 30, inside the 30
punt, man. To
the 27, and Cannon's flipped the field. Somebody lost a helmet for the Gators. So now it's on the BC defense to make a play here.
Officially a 49-yard punt there from Stephen Cannon. Kind of flips field position. That was big.
The rain has all but quit here in the swamp.
And defensively for the Cadets, you've been there and you've gotten off the field, but penalties and just a couple of busted assignments. And that's kind of the stress test when you play these really good teams. They're kind of like water, man. If there's any cracks, they're going to find it.
2 wide receivers, one either side for Ware. And again, they kind of see how BC lines up, and then they'll either shift tight ends to either side. And they'll do just one tight end. Balanced formation up front. And White takes the snap. He'll give it. This is Franklin off the left side. And he will plow ahead towards the 35. Some extracurricular over there.
And that's their best play right there. Just that off tackle. They've consistently able to get 4 to 8 yards at a time.
They're going to be 2nd and 6. Cadet defense has played a lot here lately. First drive for the Cadets took it 6+ minutes. And since then had a kickoff return that took about 15 seconds. That last drive didn't take a whole lot, so Cadet defense has been out here a lot. Here in this second quarter, 5:36 to go.
Oh, they missed a false start.
2nd down and 6. Here's the snap. They'll give Taylor that pistol straight ahead. Cadets there to turn it back. LaDamian Guyton just DDT'd the ball carrier at the end of that play.
Yeah, Guyton got there at the end, but it was Houston filling that hole right there. That was a big play from your inside linebacker.
And that was Franklin trying to go to the right side. They did get a couple. It'll be 3rd down and probably a long 4.
Yeah, neither team's been really able to get it going between the tackles. It's been off the perimeter early for BC, and now for Ware, that's really the only place they're working. the interior, both defensive fronts doing a good job.
So 3rd down and 4. A receiver to either side. Nope, they'll motion a receiver over. So the Twins to the right of the formation for Ware County. Nobody out wide to the left, but an H-back. Now they'll move the running back over to the left side as well. And now flip-flop. White ready to go. Oh, low snap. Dugout. He just flings it out there to Franklin. Lost the football. No! Almost picked off. Wyatt Estabrook came diving in after the bobbles were all over the place and just missed it. It'll be 4th down. They'll get the ball back, but that would have been huge.
I was going to say low snap, and you can kind of see what was coming. It was just going to be a swing pass. They're counting numbers, and they had BC outmanned on the outside that time. But low snap, quarterback still tries to fling it out. Receiver never has it, bats in the air, and Wyatt Estabrook right there, but just couldn't quite get underneath it. But Kevin, if nothing else, 3 and out there from the defense is huge, and BC needs a timeout here because they got a guy wide open, and Danny Britt's going to take it. They were completely misaligned.
And timeout BC, 4:31 to go here in the quarter. BC will get the ball back when we come back. This is Cadet Football, presented by Cas-N-Carry.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium, 4th and 4 from the Ware County 34-yard line. Cadets did not have the right personnel out there. There was a winger or a wide receiver open.
You don't want to point somebody out, but just kind of the double negative. Amari gets taken off and replaced after the penalty on the last drive, and then this drive on 4th down. He's still on punt team, but he wasn't out there.
Snap is good. Rugby style this time from Ware County.
Punt.
And that thing just, my goodness, it takes another Ware County roll and going to be touched up at the 5. Goodness gracious.
Oh, that should be way late. That should be 15.
And there's no flag.
That was 5 seconds after the play stopped.
I think BC is walking back saying, what is that?
Just had a guy get pile drived into the field after the play was over. But a 61-yard punt there, Kevin. And
That's insane.
BC didn't send pressure, so the punter took as much time as he wanted to and then just beamed off a line drive right over Bubba Frazier's head, and like a great golf shot, just kind of checked up and stopped.
So now you're in interesting territory. 4 minutes. Want to get off the shadow of your own goal line here.
Yeah, your number one priority right now, just pick up a first down.
So here's Cannon out of a shotgun. He's actually got heels on the goal line. He'll take the snap. Little quick out is caught and up the right side and pushed out of bounds. I believe that was Bubba Frazier.
That's so big, man.
And BC Brothers moving the chains. Nope, they're just short. Going to be 8 yards on first down.
But still, just the whole momentum and pressure, and I'm on the road, standing on your whole own goal line, and you just go to the 2 guys you know can make it happen. And Stephen Cannon delivers a great ball. Bubba Frazier makes a play, and you've got a little bit of breathing room now at least.
4 wide for the Cadets. Twins either side of the motion. Conaway in. Here's the snap to give to Smart off the right side. Stanley makes a man miss. He comes right up the middle, across the 20, out towards the 25, down at the 24. And a BC Brothers now moving the chains. First down by Stanley Smart.
And now you can take your time a little bit, work some clock if you want to. And at that time, a better job by the offensive line of getting to where they need to be.
Cadets go trips here to the left. Nobody out wide to the right. Smart to the left of Stephen Cannon as well. They'll give it to Smart.
Same play.
Stanley off the right side, still battling, still rolling out towards the 30. And that's a nice gain there on first down. It'll be second down and about 6 yards.
Now, I'm not saying this because he's 5 feet away from me, but I love that play call for a couple of reasons. A, you keep the clock moving, so if you do end up having to punt, you give them less time. But B, you put yourself in second and manageable. You're not in a rush here.
Twins either side here on second down. The snap to Cannon. Cannon, quick catch and throw. And did he catch it? Yes, he did. That's going to be right at the sticks. That should be a first down. Moving the chains. First down for BC by BC Brothers moving.
Looking at that defense, Kevin, that's a tight window right there because they're starting to double Bubba Frazier.
Can someone else make a play here in the passing game?
You can't double everybody, and BC's got some burners.
Cadets, we're going to go empty set here. What do we have?
I think you got
a cramp situation.
I think you got an equipment. I think a shoe is off.
Oh, I saw a leg in the air, and I was wondering what it was.
They not have to burn a timeout for this?
Cadets, we're going a little bit of tempo.
I can't believe that they don't have to burn a timeout.
I guess they, or at least make him come off the field. Cadets were lined up, ready to go. Now the lead official's talking to Stephen Cannon about something.
He probably wants to know, because the play clock's off, what the play clock's going to be.
Yeah, that's what it is. The play clock is out. So I think he said there'll be a signal from the umpire towards Stephen that he can pick that up. Here's the snap. Cannon looking on first down. Is going to be flushed here to the near side. Stephen going to tuck it. Finds a seam at the 40, 45, 50. He goes down with a nice slide and a first down. And Stephen Cannon with the BC Brothers moving the chains, first down.
A big play there from Stephen Cannon. Man, he's fast. I just don't think people realize that. And when he decides he's going to go and he can be explosive, you just see everybody holds their breath because he's one of those guys. Remember that 4x100 team. He can break it to the end zone.
The snap to Cannon. Rolls out to his right, looking underneath. Caught
Tight
Aaron
coverage,
Mallard.
Great catch.
Down at the Ware County 45. So a gain of 5 on first down.
I like it. Move the pocket. Give Stephen a little bit of time. And great catch by Aaron Mallard. There's tight coverage.
Cole Henderson checks in for BC. He'll line up in the right slot. Twins either side for Stephen on 2nd and 5. Takes the snap. Over the middle. Wide open. Stanley Smart. No, that's Henderson. Cole Henderson at the 30. 35, 25, 20. And wrapped up inside at the 18. So Cole Henderson with a little bit of a drag route there, Christian, and a lot of room to run.
Yeah, a little taste of their own medicine for Ware County. That time it's such a hard route to defend, and great job by Stephen being patient, letting it come open, and then great blocking downfield from Josh Washington.
So Cole Henderson moves the chains. BC Brothers moving first down. They'll go empty set, 5 wides here for the Cadets. Trips up top. Now they'll put Mallard left to right, giving him quads to the right side. And a little quarterback draw. Cannon off the right side. Makes a man miss. And a flag comes in. Spin move by Cannon down towards the 10. And he'll be brought down, but this one's going to be coming back. They're going to get one of the Cadets on the inside there.
I think it's Reef Leonard that time, and it's a great block, but Danny Britt talked about it this week. You can't lay on top of somebody after you get them on the ground. It's a pancake block, but in high school football, if you stay on top of them, that's considered a hold.
So move it back. A nice play call, just a straight QB run and let Stephen find some room. Now 1st and 20. Ball's going to be on the Ware County 19, 2:06 to go, and it'd be nice to get some points before the half as Ware County will get the ball to start the second half. Trips here to the short side as they work off the left hash. One receiver, Bubba Frazier, way out wide to the right. Here's a snap. Cannon, a little quick underneath. Josh Washington makes him a miss, 25-20. Down to the 15, first down inside the 10. Josh Washington. And they'll mark it at the 9, and the Cadets want to go. Now what are they doing? Stephen Cannon's coming off the field.
Uh-oh.
What are they doing? You got LaDamian Guyton, Cam Cody, Jameer Lee. Boy, this is nothing but beef. Good. Oh, this is some of the old Tennessee looking formation.
A little LaDamian Guyton.
A little diamond LaDamian Guyton at the tail of that diamond. He'll take it. He's going to run to the right. LaDamian Guyton inside the 10 at the 5. Still making guys miss.
Oh, my goodness.
I think I saw a mouthpiece, some headgear flying out of there. And they're going to get down to the 3-yard line. And they're going to run it again. Why not?
Looking like Darren McFadden back there.
BC goes quick. Right back up on line. Hike to Guyton off the right side. LaDamian's going to get stood up. And that was right under the chin strap. That was Ballantine, senior for Ware County. And that'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, first time he did a great job of just sticking his foot in the ground and getting downhill. That time, tried to dance a little bit, and Ware County was ready for it.
Yeah. Benedictine calls timeout, 54 seconds. They put time back on the clock here, Christian Goeckel.
Yeah,
that's a formation we have seen. Damian Guyton, just give it to him. Reminds me of a bigger version of Bryce Baker.
You had about a ton of blockers in there.
Yeah, you did.
It's just a lot
if
of
you've
beef.
ever played line in your life at BC, you were out there and say, block for number 3.
Yeah, that's a beef out there. But now you're thinking player. Who do I know that can get open? And, man, number 4, Bubba Frazier's got to be at the top of my charts right now.
And you still got 3 cracks at this. Second down and goal. It says they have 6 up on the scoreboard.
It should be third down.
The ball is the first run got him a first down.
I thought Josh Washington got a first down.
Unless he was marked short. But
if they're giving us an extra down.
They may go back to the old Missouri-Colorado game of yesteryear.
5th down.
So we're going by what's on the yard marker and the scoreboard. It says 2nd and 6, but I believe you're right. It should be 3rd down. Here's the snap to Cannon. Steven looking, flushed, going to throw. Was it caught?
Touchdown.
Oh, Bubba Frazier. I thought that one might have had a chance to get picked, but Steven put a little mustard on that and got the touchdown. 48-7 to go. It is 21-16. And a nice methodic answer.
Yeah.
About a 4-minute drive there for BC to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, players, not plays. And you knew it was going to Bubba Frazier. You get down there, there's not a whole lot of people in high school football who can cover him one-on-one. And a great ball by Stephen Cannon. What an answer.
I was going to say, Steven put some mustard on that. I saw a DB come flying across the pass like he was going to go for the interception, and Bubba hauled it in. The point after Parker Lewis right through there. Good. 21-17. Cadets have drawn back close. 48.7 to go. They missed it? Apparently went off the goalpost. I apologize. 21-16 then. 48.7. Well, I just saw it hit the net in the back and thought it went through. 48-7 to go. Christian Goeckel, what an answer. And now you got a little more than half a minute to try to keep Ware away from your end zone.
100%. And you have 2 timeouts. But you got to be feeling right now, Kevin, you did about everything wrong you could do in the first half. You fumble the ball inside your own 10. You bust a few coverages. You miss an extra point right there. You've missed a field goal. About everything you could do wrong, you've done, and you're down 5 right now. So you hate that you put yourself in this situation again, kind of shot yourself in the foot a few times, but you're in this football game.
Quick score update while we wait for the kickoff. Late second, Warner Robins 3, Wayne County 12.
I mean, credit that program, man.
Bottom of the 7th inning coming up, apparently.
And I will say this, you start 0-5, doesn't matter. You haven't played a region game yet.
So here's John Brenton to kick it off for BC.
Got to maintain focus. You got to win the last 3 minutes.
Intermittent raindrops coming down.
The first half and the first 3 of the second half.
He'll kick it up the left hash, and it will be caught right at the goal line.
That should be a touchback.
Running it out is Rice, coming here near side. Missed tackle by Sutton up the left sideline and out of bounds into the BC sideline. Goes Rice, and they'll have it out at about the 36-yard line. So if you bust a play here on first down, again, I think Ware has all their timeouts left, Christian Goeckel. So
yeah, and you are a foot away from putting that into the end zone. For all I can see up here, it looked like the receiver had his feet in the end zone when he caught that, but it's just, you talk about how big special teams is. You've got to put that football in the end zone. That's a 16-yard difference.
Again, the rain has started back here. Not a heavy rain, but maybe heavier drops than we saw previously. So 1st and 10 from the Ware County 36. Cadets trying to keep it that way as we head late here in the second quarter. White's got a running back. This is Boyd. He'll put him over to the right side. A receiver either side for Ware. Double tights here in this formation. They will give it to Boyd. He runs off left tackle. Cadets trying to slam the door. Woo!
Isaac
Scott got fired up and slammed it closed.
And I think that was kind of a test play. If Ware bust one right there for 8 or 9 yards, they're probably going fast right now. Is that a
Strickland? And Jason Strickland took a timeout for Ware County.
Ignore everything I just said.
We'll take a quick one with him. Christian Goeckel, 31 seconds to go in the half. 21-16. Ware County out in front of this Cadet football. Watch BC Sports.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. 31 seconds to go here in the half. It'll be second down and 10 for Ware County. They're on their own 36-yard line, really all just a scooch outside the 35. And again, maybe Jason Strickland calls a timeout and said, this is our shot. If we do nothing here, maybe you don't let BC get the ball back. Cadets, I don't think, have enough timeouts to get the ball back, but
you got two. And
I feel
because
like
they called a timeout
here.
right there, if you get another stop right here, BC might burn one. If nothing else, maybe they punt it right to Bubba Frazier.
Did we see this at Michigan a few years ago?
We did.
Everybody in a straight line. Now they'll split off the ball.
Just get to your man.
So everybody in tight off the left. Here's the snap. They go tail. No, they play action out of the pistol. Wind up is White trying to break through to LaDamian Guyton. Just missed the tackle.
What a play.
And he's still on his feet running here to the near side. He's just going to fall down at the 43, short of the first down. LaDamian Guyton shaking his head like should have had him 10 yards ago.
Cam Cody should have had him. LaDamian Guyton should have had him. The quarterback wants to go again, but I think Jason Strickland saw his quarterback's live flash before his eyes, and it was a spidey sense because Cam Cody was coming, but I don't think I've ever seen a better 8-yard run from a quarterback.
The clock just stopped with 3.9. Somebody took a timeout.
I think it's Strickland. Hey, one more shot. Why not?
So 3.9 seconds to go in the half. Kind of waited a minute to call timeout. And I guess this is the, hey, we definitely won't have to punt the football, but if you're BC, you have to know, like, they're not, just keep him out of the end zone at this point.
Yeah, and you got to feel really confident about your quarterback if you think he's going to get it to the end zone from here. But
I haven't seen anything that would lead me to believe he can throw it that far.
But do you have hook and ladder in the playbook, or do you swing it out and say, hey, let's let one of our skill guys try to make a play?
I would just, if I'm Jason Strickland, and I'm not, you're up 21-16, opening region night against one of the best guys you're going to face in the region schedule. Don't do anything ridiculous here and go to the locker room. But let's see what he does.
I was about to say, JoJo Sutton's up there at the top. Makai Williams is back at safety. Those are two guys. If they catch it, that might be a house call.
Trips here to the right. One receiver soloed up top out of a pistol look.
Nothing over top.
And they're going to play action. They're no reverse off to the left side. And they're going to be in BC territory. And there's a tackle made at the BC 40. And again, just don't let them get in the end zone. Cadets were able to do just that. I believe that was Larson Little with the tackle on the tail end of that play. So we'll go to the half. BC trailing 21-16, but everything you would expect from a heavyweight fight, Christian, you take a punch, you give a punch. You take a punch, you give a punch. And right now, 21-16 at the half. The Bernard Williams Insurance Halftime Report is on the way. We're coming right back here on Watch BC Sports.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
I'm Kenny Granger from Cas-N-Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cas-N-Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Now we are at the half, 21-16, our score. Ware County out in front, but the Cadets have managed to come back. A big 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Aaron Mallard. You had a big touchdown by Bubba Frazier as well, and a lot of wrinkles in between. Some of the things broke out, Christian, you would expect, hey, we're playing the other really good team in our region right out the gate. Got to go after it and win this game. We've seen LaDavian Guyton run the football a couple of times. We've seen Ware do a lot of play action, a lot of misdirection, naked bootleg stuff, maybe to try to get BC off balance. You're really seeing that chess match tonight between Danny Britt and Jason Strickland.
Yeah, if nothing else, this is just a really good football game. It's two coaching staffs that have a lot of different things they can throw at you, and it's punch, counter punch. It's a batter kind of tightening up on the grip a little bit. The pitcher's kind of rearing back and throwing a little bit harder. It's just kind of what it feels like right now, where you're holding your breath on every snap because that's how tight this one is. We talked about it in the pregame. You didn't want to be in the situation if you're BC where you come out and Ware County is just throwing haymakers to get started, and that's what happened. And you get down 21-10 pretty quick there, and so you just felt like, man, are they just going to keep us at arm's length the whole game? And then BC finally puts together a drive there at the end and punches the ball in offensively. If not for that, you were just kind of relying on Aaron Mallard's long kickoff return touchdown there, but finally you see the answer from BC's offense, and now you wonder, hey, what's that answer going to be from the defenses in the second half?
Certainly, and I feel like offensively, if you're A.J. DePhillips, there's a lot of things that have worked really well tonight. The run game has actually not been one of those, the traditional run game.
Sure.
Let me say that. A lot of short stuff has worked. Some quarterback draws from Stephen Cannon. I don't know that you're wanting to turn, Stephen Cannon into a, hey, we want him to carry it 18 more times in the second half type situation. But it's been effective for Benedictine to say, hey, just tuck it, find some space and go. And it seems like there's been holes, places for them to attack. And again, punch, counter punch, they've been able to do that down 21-16.
Absolutely. And I just think getting more comfortable and A.J. DePhillips kind of figuring out what his guys can block up front against this Ware County front. And it's not a huge Ware County front. I don't know they have anybody much bigger than 240 out there on the defensive line, but everybody's fast. And so you're kind of dealing with a really fast, aggressive defensive front that's slanting, and you're just not able to beat them to the edge because they're flying around on the outside. So in that second drive there, you kind of start off with just a couple of motions, and you go ISO behind the motion and pick up a few yards and get rolling into that drive. And I really think the difference has been Stephen Cannon's legs, but it's the in the run of play kind of stuff. You've had a few play calls for him where it's been a quarterback draw, but it's just been him looking, realizing a play's dead, and moving up the pocket and making a play. So if you can keep doing that, I think BC is going to be able to move the ball in the second half, but you want that offensive line to kind of get rolling a little bit so you can get Stanley Smart more involved in this game.
Again, defensively, you've played pretty well. Once again, coulda, shoulda, woulda. Christian, you had a 10-yard drive, I think, every game this year. Last week, Westminster's only points they scored was off of a, I think, 20-yard drive or so, off of a turnover, and you really helped them with a mistake there. Tonight, 7 kind of gimme points off of a fumble inside the 10-yard line. Otherwise, defensively, I mean, you've played them to 16-14 at this point. I know you can't do that, but I think you kind of look at it and say one short field touchdown, and it's 16-14.
I would add on to that. You were off the field on third down on 3rd and 14, and you give up a 15-yard penalty after the play on the other sideline. So, reality, your defense has played really well, but you've given up 14 extra points that you shouldn't have. After that play, literally the next play, they throw about a 35-yard touchdown pass just because it felt like a change of possession almost. They took that shot, and Mackay couldn't quite come down with the interception. So 14 points, I would say, given up just by, you hate to say boneheaded, but just not playing within yourself. I think it's probably the best way to put it. Josh Washington trying to do a little bit too much, holding onto the ball a little loosely there in a really tight formation, running the football, and then Amari Burst, who's one of your leaders, just getting into a chirping match on the other sideline and drawing that 15-yard penalty. You just can't do stuff like that. If not, your offense is on the field moving with potential chance to put points on the board, and your defense is also off the field on that other drive. So you say 7, I say 14.
We are at the half. Here it is 21-16, our score, the Bernard Williams halftime report. It rolls on, and we're coming right back here on Watch BC Sports.
Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com. As the world's largest lifestyle retailer of recreational boats and yachts, MarineMax is dedicated to connecting people with life-changing experiences on the water. More than just a boat retailer, MarineMax offers a complete range of services. 3518 Old Tybee Road, Thunderbolt, and online at marinemax.com.
I'm Kenny Granger from Cas-N-Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cas-N-Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back here to the Bernard Williams Halftime Report. I'm Kevin Thomas, Christian Goeckel alongside as well, 21-16. Our score, looking at some scores from around the region and area tonight. A big one here at the half. Warner Robins 3, Wayne County 12 in that one. So Wayne County, winless team to this point, had moved on from John Morning, and in their region opener right now at the half, at least, they're up 12-3 over Warner Robins. Some other area scores: Glenn 14-13 over Brunswick at the half in that region matchup and city championship. And we are at the half here in Waycross. Christian Goeckel, where the region opener across the region this week. You had Wayne beating Warner Robins at the half. I think that's got to surprise a lot of folks. And here in the Swamp, I think we're getting exactly what we kind of bargained for. I don't know if you would say, hey, maybe BC was winning, obviously, but this has been a back and forth tight ball game, and probably going to come down to who plays the best, the cleanest second half.
Took the words out of my mouth. I think the team that doesn't make the mistakes in the second half, the team that's going to win this football game. And I don't know about you, Kevin, but just watching it feels like BC has been fighting against the momentum the whole first half, where it felt like that avalanche could have happened, where all of a sudden you look up and you're down 28 points. BC, stopgap, make some big plays, and work your way back in. That was really impressive.
Certainly. And again, keep relying on that defense. They're going to be up first, Christian, in that second half. And as you said, kind of deceptive in the scoring, that they had a short field. Maybe their own worst inning, but have played really well here in this first half.
Yeah, really the only place they've been able to get you is off tackle. And fortunately, they haven't kept hammering that over and over and over again. But that's the one adjustment BC has been able to make. Outside of that, they really haven't been able to hit you over the top too much. You had the two plays inside the red zone that they were able to make, but played good on the back end. And I think after that first drive, your defensive front really settled in. And again, a personal foul and a turnover inside the 10, really the only things that have put you at this 21-point mark right now. Outside of that, I think the defense has played excellent.
Certainly. And again, through in and out of the raindrops as well. We are at the half. Bernard Williams halftime report. And Christian did want to take a moment and say thanks to Bernard Williams, who has been with us for a long time as we've done high school football, and they continue to be with us here all season long for the Cadets once again. And Savannah Christian up 22-7 over Blessed Trinity as well. So I think Blessed Trinity, I want to say, got beat last week. I forget who they were playing, but we were on the bus with the BC coaches after the game, and they were watching that Blessed Trinity score. And Jenkins beating Calvary last week was a big one, but they were talking about Blessed Trinity and maybe if they had some different personnel from a year ago, and kind of surprising some of the games they were in. So Blessed Trinity and Savannah Christian, good ball game out there tonight as well.
Yeah, not surprised to see Baker Woodward having his team ready to roll.
Absolutely. We are at the half. We'll step aside. We'll come back with more. Get you ready for the second half. This is the Bernard Williams Insurance Halftime Report.
Bowtie Barbecue Company at 6724 Waters Avenue in Savannah serves up barbecue both familiar and new, made by hand and made with love. Family friendly and relaxed, Bowtie takes great pride in the by hand preparation of high quality beef ribs, smoked chicken, pork spare ribs, and more. Come join the Bowtie family. Ask about our food truck and catering too. Bowtie Barbecue Company, Southern charm naturally. Look for them online at bowtiebarbecueco.com.
Cas-N-Carry wants to buy your car. New, used, running or not. Miles don't matter. We pay cash on the spot. Fast, easy, and hassle-free. Call today. Cas-N-Carry, where your car turns into cash.
Welcome back to the Bernard Williams Halftime Report. Kevin Thomas, Christian Goeckel here as well. Glad you are with us. We'll try to keep you up to date on how things are going. New Hampstead and Perry playing tonight in the region as well. So we'll try to pass that score along as we find some information as well. So again, about 7 minutes to go here in the half. Christian, BC is going to be on defense first. And again, I think if you get a stop there, Stephen Cannon and the offense have moved the football. And I think that quarterback draw has been a big play that I think now that it's region time, you might see a little bit more of here out of the Benedictine Cadets.
Yeah, Kevin, I think both teams, as we go to a moment of silence here.
Of course.
Let's take a break. We'll come back.
Criminal defense, family law, DUI, and divorce. You need representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted a Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023. Online at jvdattorney.com. As the world's largest lifestyle retailer of recreational boats and yachts, MarineMax is dedicated to connecting people with life-changing experiences on the water. More than just a boat retailer, MarineMax offers a complete range of services. 3518 Old Tybee Road, Thunderbolt, and online at marinemax.com.
Very cool there, Kevin. Kind of a take on what Iowa does at the end of every first quarter, where they turn and kind of honor the children at the Children's Hospital. Ware County taking a moment of silence for children cancer survivors and just anybody dealing with cancer in the area. So very cool to see. And Kevin just set me up, throwing it to me during the moment of silence. I would have been the only person in about a mile talking, so I appreciate that.
You know, I do what I can to just leave you hanging at the end.
I think I handled it with grace, just panicked and went to break. I think I did good.
Oh, man, the raindrops are coming down harder
if
here.
Anybody wants to know, my name is Dave Moon.
There you go. So, Christian, obviously you have some self-inflicted wounds, which have been an issue. Yes. I know Danny Britt obviously going to have to try to correct some of those things, and I think that was week one, an issue, all the personal fouls and things of that nature. And obviously that's something from an experienced player in Amari there. You just can't have that when you're trying to get off the field. I don't want it any time, but if you just say nothing, they're punting the football back to us.
It's so easy to say that as we're standing up here in our 30s and plus. I'm not going to say how old. Kevin,
I'm the plus.
The plus, but it's so easy for us to sit up here and say that. But when you're 16, 17 years old and you're down there flying around, being competitive, making plays in a huge matchup that your coach has told you all week how big of a situation it is, and then all of a sudden you get there, you make a big play on the sideline, you're kind of chirping back and forth. It's really easy for you and I to be like, okay, cool, put your head down, come to the sideline. You say a couple extra things, and all of a sudden the official's throwing a flag. that it's hard for me to get overly mad. But at the same time, man, it's just you got to think about your team before yourself.
Certainly, and again, that's something that I think when you point that out on tape, is so easy to say that, guys, and maybe that's the message you say in the locker rooms, guys, we are winning this game on so many 100%. Fronts, except for killing ourselves. Like I said, you take, as you said earlier, take a couple of those mental mistakes off, fumble, and an extra 15 yards, which then led to a touchdown. It could be 16-7 right now. And again, doesn't mean anything to the final score, but we're still ahead. Coming out of the locker room, you make a stop. Now you have a chance to go up 3 scores coming out of the locker room, and just kind of a difference those scenarios make. And again, heated battle, sometimes it's hard to say. I don't know how wet it is. We haven't seen a lot of slipping and falling issues, even though it's kind of been off and on raining throughout the game. And then the cool balloon release, got like white balloon doves. I've not seen that before. Just thought I'd throw that out there as they did a balloon release for that. And again, you limit some of that, and it's amazing how different the ball game looks from that standpoint. I feel like you're dominating the football game from a lot of aspects other than a play or two.
Absolutely, but you got to be ready on those kind of quick turnaround possessions, and the defense did a great job for 2 plays. So it was just that third play where you busted coverage. So you just got the offense has to pick up the defense has to pick up the offense, and both of them have made that mistake, and you just haven't been able to get off the field from it. So got to pick each other up, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing is, hey, focus, execute, play smart, play within yourself. We won the last 3 minutes of that half. Let's come out and win the first 3 minutes of the second half. And if you can do that, you're going to set yourself up for a chance to win here.
Say about the only deficiency you could say tonight for BC is the run game. The traditional run game, let me say that, has not really been effective tonight in terms of, hey, we're going to give it to Stanley Smart. He's had some moments, but by and large, A.J. DePhillips, he wants to establish on first down, and 2 or 3 of the drives you're working behind the chains right off the jump just because you haven't been able to block the edge and really get Stanley going.
Yeah, there's a system to it where a lot of those slow developing run plays where Steven kind of keeps the football in Stanley's stomach there for a couple of extra seconds. It's to freeze the defense, freeze the linebackers, make them think that he's going to pull that football out and throw, and then all of a sudden Stanley Smart has a step on him. I think BC, the second half of the second quarter, got more into just straight handoff, pull a guard, hit somebody in the mouth, and get downhill, and they're picking up 4 or 5 yards at a time. Just the slow mesh concepts aren't working because Ware County is just running with just no thought for personal safety and is flying around in the backfield right now. So you could take advantage of that. Steven Cannon, pull it out of the running back's gut, go around edge, or like you saw a little bit, hey, pull it and throw it to Bubba Frazier out there right at the line of scrimmage and let him go make a play. If they're going to be aggressive, there's going to be holes in the defense. You just have to find them. You saw a little bit in the air where you're able to hit Aaron Mallard over the middle on a one-on-one, and I think BC's wide receivers have probably played their best game of the season so far just in terms of winning their one-on-ones and getting open. You just got to keep rocking there, and then if you're the offensive line, coach, help us out. Let us just go downhill and hit somebody. No more side-to-side stuff. Let's double team, get to the next level, and hit somebody in the mouth.
We're coming right back. The Bernard Williams halftime report rolls on, but we will have the kickoff on the flip side when we come back. This is Cadet Football on Watch BC Sports, presented by Cas-N-Carry.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Kevin Thomas, Christian Goeckel, as we get ready for the second half. Sorry, I saw an official pointing.
They just put the 3 minutes back up again.
Okay. I thought I was like, was there lightning? I thought I saw him pointing back towards where BC came from the locker room, so I was just making sure.
Bonus 3 minutes.
To get set to warm up. Ware County, by the way, has not come back out yet onto the field. So
the rain has.
Just their special teams. I don't know if they're waiting for the band. They're all clogged
They're
up.
absolutely waiting for the band. You got a little bit of traffic jam as the band had about 6 different routines they had to get through.
You have the tubas in the way, and
I think Coach Strickland might have a little bit of conversation with the band director after this one's like, hey, y'all, listen.
Hey, just wait and let us get back out here, and then we'll let y'all get up in the stand. So a couple minutes to get warmed up, and then we'll be ready to go. Again, Ware County will get the ball first here in the second half. And again, it hasn't necessarily been flashy, just what you'd expect out of a running team. A lot of misdirection, play action when they're going to try to run and get you leaning one way and kind of go the other.
Well, what I like about Ware County is they've kind of taken where the game's going, where they're not going to turn the football over. They're not going to make the big mistake, and they're okay just kind of keeping serve here a little bit. And then when you make the mistake, bam, they take advantage of it. This, like we talked about the whole halftime break, 14 points came off of your mistake. So they're just kind of taking advantage of that. Now, if you're BC, you kind of stole some momentum back there in the last few minutes of the second quarter, coming out. Got to get out the field, get the ball back to your offense here, and start pulling that thread of momentum your way a little bit more with each play. But if you're Ware County, you got to go in there and kind of see why you stalled out in the second quarter. And if I had to imagine, Kevin, you're going to see some more of those play action shots.
Certainly. Raindrops, they keep falling on everybody's head here at Ware
I think
County.
it looks a lot worse
Maybe so.
from the press box. You're just like looking at people's shoulders sitting in the stands. Nobody's drenched. You just got a light drizzle kind of hitting on you. So I don't know how much it's going to affect you. We've already seen the football on the ground once. I just think that was loose ball
I think Christian
control.
just volunteered to do the second half outside.
Absolutely.
So we get ready to go here in the second half.
I'll try out for the Weather Channel.
Cadets will again be on defense first. Region opener tonight. Again at the half, Wayne County was beating Warner Robins. Kind of a shocker there. New Hampstead and Perry playing
you don't
tonight
just
as
walk
well.
into Jessup, Kevin.
So reach that point of the season where now everybody's in region play, and it's that grind to the finish. And again, kind of the recipe, if you look at it from the 100-foot view, you need 2 wins in region because you have 6 teams.
Right.
If you win 2 wins, you would win the head-to-head, hypothetically, over the 2 teams you need to beat to get into playoffs. And if you can get 2 out of 5, then that should be enough to get you in there.
Let's just go ahead and get all 5.
But a win tonight would be choice, especially beating Ware County here in the swamp.
Yeah, if there is any advantage, Kevin, to this weather, I think it's kind of kept some Ware County fans at home because it's home stands are a little bit under halfway full right now.
Everybody's hanging out under the overhang there by the old backstop, which means that all the noise predominantly is in one end zone, and that's the end zone that BC will be defending here in the third quarter. And a little change at kickoff here, Christian. They're going to go Parker Lewis.
Can you wonder, hey, try to put that sucker in the end zone.
Let's see what they do with Parker, his first kickoff.
Danny Britt signaling in. This could be like a placement.
He'll pooch it up short. Going to come down at the 30 by an up back and still on his feet and out across the 35 to the 40. So I don't know if that's what he wanted, but a directional kick. And it'll be great field position starting on their 40 for Ware County.
Yeah, that was one of their tight ends who ends up getting it, and you're kind of hoping that you're pooching it at somebody who's going to fair catch it, but he's able to pick up 10 yards there. I think it's the same guy. Yeah, Gunter Four, he had a huge reception last year in Savannah. That kind of broke that one open a little bit.
So the Gator offense back out on the field. Gold pants, green tops, and those gold helmets. Cadets with the maroon pants, white tops, maroon helmets tonight. So White has got 2 receivers stacked out to the right. And Jameer Boyd in a pistol look. They'll motion to tight end left to right. Keep it in that pistol. Give it to Boyd off the right side. And BC doing a better job of stacking up the left side of their defense.
It's a better job, but we talked about this in the first half. They're not going to try to blow BC backwards. They're going to let BC kind of go with the flow, and that time they took BC's outside linebacker and escorted him about 5 yards into the backfield and then ran right underneath him. You got to get a yard down there and just hammer somebody.
2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2.
Set the edge, Kevin.
So White in a pistol. They have essentially flipped the formation. They'll move 2 tight ends over to the left this time. And now they'll balance it out with a tight end on either side. Boyd to the left of White. BC, everybody close. They go Boyd off the right side and stacked up Houston. And I think who's coming off the bottom of that pile? I think
ball
that
came out, but Cam Cody
and Larson Little. So that'll be 3rd down and 8, no gain. And that time it was phone booth football, kind of what we've seen from Jason Strickland back at Fitzgerald. It was, hey, you stack 9 guys up there, I'm going to stack 9 guys up there and see who wins.
And they ran a trap, and they just let Gavin Smith, again, he kind of shot into the backfield. They kept him going and went underneath him. A little adjustment here. They know they have to be able to run the football between the tackles.
3rd down and 8. A big play here early in the second half for the BC defense.
And Kevin JoJo Sutton out here at boundary corner.
Trips into formation for Ware County, one to the right. And here's White looking to throw on his back foot, throws underneath, and a nice open field tackle. Jonathan Black on the crossing route brings down Jamario Rice. He'll get maybe a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And Jonathan Black Christian continues to play some great football.
Yeah, great coverage. They tried to run the same route they'd scored a touchdown on in the first half, but Jonathan Black was right in his hip pocket. Did a great job not interfering. He was so on top of that play, he could have tried to run through him and get the ball, but he just made the tackle, played the man. That's a huge play on 3rd down for the Cadets to get the football back.
So a 3-and-out, double safeties. This is Makai Williams and Bubba Frazier back for BC.
And I'm curious if BC heats him up, because last time they let him take as much time as he wanted to, and he pinned him inside the 5.
So Gonzalez, a left-footed punter, takes the snap, and he'll run it here near side. He'll rugby it up. A line driver going to scoop. I think Bubba's going to play this. He does at the 17, stutters around, and he'll spin forward to the 20, and that's where BC will take over.
And it's not going to show as anything on the play sheet, maybe a 1-yard return, but he saved 15 yards by coming up and stopping that football. And BC was screaming for a hold on LaDamian Guyton on that one. He had 2 Ware County guys holding on to either arm while he was trying to get back in the backfield at the punter.
So the offense is back out on the field. They'll work off the near hash as they go left to right here in quarter number 3. And BC will look at a 4-man front here for Ware County. A lot of DBs out there. Trips wide. Somebody jumped for Ware County, and there comes the flag. It was the right defensive end for the Gators. That would be number 93, Christian Walker Hudson, senior defensive end.
And that didn't even feel like a hard count. That was just Steven kind of getting into his count, like one clap, and then he gets ready, and the guy jumped on the first clap.
So that makes it 1st and 5 for BC.
We talked about, Kevin, tug on that momentum rope, and BC just keeps tugging.
Trips up top. One of those is Conaway, a tight end, and they'll motion him back in across the formation. Here's Cannon. Takes the snap. Play action. Steven looking. He's got all kinds of time. Conaway is caught up the right side and pushed out of bounds right at midfield. They just snuck Conaway up the sideline, and Cannon just hit him right there in stride, and a 1st down. BC Brothers moving the chains, and Cadets are hurrying up.
Yeah, BC's going fast now, but that time you had Bubba Frazier on a go, and you just sent Conaway on the wheel behind him, and Steven Cannon with a nice ball. Probably could have thrown it a little bit earlier.
Here's the snap. Cannon, they'll give it to Smart. Smart cuts it inside. He'll get into Ware territory down to the 46. Nice gain of 3 on 1st down.
And if Ware does in this game, Taryn Burden, number 10, the outside linebacker, he's their player of the game. This dude's unblockable right now.
Cadets going to stay no huddle. And let's see what they do. Again, you got reminiscent of the first drive. If you can stay on the field here and kind of wear that Gator defense down early, what does that portend for the second half? The rain coming down a little bit harder now. Trips up top for BC here on 2nd down and about 7 from the Ware 46. Cannon, he'll look near side, drop the football, going to pick it up and run with it. And by golly, he's going to get 5-6 yards,
down.
might have the 1st down. What a play. Steven Cannon dropped the snap, picked it up, and made a little chicken salad there and got the 1st down.
Yeah, that time Steven got the snap and tried to rip the ball up fast to get it out to Bubba quick. And you mentioned it right before that, Kevin. That rain really starting to come down now. And it slipped right out of Steven's hand, but he's able to pick it up and stick his foot in the ground, pick up a 1st down.
Cadets will go trips here to the near side. Conaway, the tight end, off the left. No wide receiver out to Steven's left. Out of a shotgun, they'll roll here to the near side.
Nice
Steven
block, Stanley.
Looking, he's going to wind up, throw it deep. Has Mallard caught, but you think he was out of bounds. He was.
Yeah.
Did not stay in bounds. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And again, you boot and you have a guy you feel like can win a one-on-one matchup, and Mallard got behind him, and that one just kind of floated on Steven a little bit out of bounds. Kind of like when you're trying to pipe one down the middle on a drive and you just leave that slow fade out there. But, man, great block by Stanley Smart to give him time to throw that.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Ware 37-yard line. 8:27 to go here in the quarter. They'll go empty set here on 2nd and 10. And they're trying to get lined up with 7 on the play clock. They'll trips to the left, twins to the right. They'll put Smart in motion. Cannon looking. He'll roll here to the near side. Steven going to pump fake and just slide down at the 35. Wanted a late hit.
He slid and then he got popped. But
not going to get it.
It must have just been a little late.
I think kind of a busted formation there for BC. I don't think they were truly lined up. It'll be 3rd and 8.
And that time you like the decision from Stephen Candy. You can put your shoulder down and pick up 3 or 4 more yards, but you need your quarterback more than those 3 yards.
Twins either side here on 3rd down for the Cadets.
Oh, almost got him again.
We're showing pressure here on 3rd and long. Again, BC not in field goal range at this point. So could it be early 3rd quarter 2-down territory here? Decision.
Yeah, it depends on what happens on this play. Pick up a few yards at least.
So here's the snap. Cannon looking. 1 step, throws on the run. Oh,
What
nicely done in the slot. Caught at the 15. Still moving and down towards the 10-yard line. That's Cole Henderson. And an absolute rocket shot off the arm of Stephen Cannon.
Yeah, I don't know how he fit that football in there, but he did. And what a play by Cole Henderson.
Amari Burst going to come in at one of those wide receivers.
He can throw it.
He'll work off to the left. He's got twins left. Twins to the right. Stanley Smart offset to Stevens right from the 11-yard line. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Amari. He'll come near side. He thought about throwing it. He'll turn the corner, cut back in, and he'll take about a 2-yard loss. But that was what they had drawn up. They were going to run a little sweep throw. And Ware, give them credit, Christian, defended it well.
Had it covered up. And, again, you see the moisture now, a little bit of exchange problems for BC. And good job just by getting a 1-yard loss there for Amari because Ware had that one covered up.
Cole Henderson in tight off the right here on 2nd down and call it 12 from the 13. So Cadets can get a 1st down at the 1. But they would rather just punch it in the end zone. Twins left, and they'll put a man in motion. That is Josh Washington. Cannon looking, flushed out to his left, running, looking to turn the corner, and going to be drugged down from behind. And he's going to be sacked. I think Danny Britt wanted a horse collar.
Yeah, that was Taryn Burden again, number 10. He's just eating BC up on that side.
It's going to be 3rd down and 14 from the 15.
Yeah, BC just tried to go straight drop that time, and, man, immediately in the backfield.
So what does A.J. DePhillips dial up here on essentially 3rd and goal? So twins to the right, 1 receiver up top. They got Stanley Smart to the right as well. Here's the snap.
Bubba Frazier
Steven
1-on-1 in the
looking,
middle.
has to pull it down, throws it over the middle. Bubba Frazier just a little bit out in front of him. Had him slanting over the middle and about a foot in front. Bubba just couldn't get a hands on it. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Cadets will trot on the field goal unit. And that will mean Parker Lewis will come on to try to cover the rest of this with 5:33 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, huge field goal right here, but, man, you just missed a wide open Bubba Frazier. You formationed him. You had him one-on-one with the safety. The safety was standing flat-footed in the end zone, and Stephen Cannon just missed him.
So here's Parker Lewis. This will be a 32-yarder off the left hash.
Just hit your field goal, kid.
Out of the hold of Stephen Cannon. The snap is good. The kick is, I think he missed it to the left. So BC comes up short. It's 21-16, 5:29 to go here in the 3rd. And a great drive stalled out down there around the 10-yard line. And the Cadets will have to do it again on defense.
Yeah, you talk about kicking, Kevin. That time you've lost an extra point and 2 field goals. So you've left 7 points out there in the kicking game as well.
And you ate up a lot of time on that drive. You went 3 and out, or the defense held them to a 3 and out, and now they're 5:29 to go.
And again, if nothing else, you flip the field. And you've buried them kind of deep in their territory here.
So Ware County now 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line off the missed field goal. They'll even the formation with tight ends either side. Out of the pistol. Here's White. They'll fake it. Now give it tail of that pistol. It is Franklin. And the Cadets will wrap him up. Larson Little and Cam Cody there on the stop after a gain of about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, you need somebody to make a play defensively. They've got a turnover when you were deep in your own territory. Somebody got to get a takeaway.
And you want to make something happen there offensively again to kind of force the tempo issue as well, because we're going to take their time here the rest of the night as long as they're ahead. Again, they'll balance the formation out of the pistol. BC's got everybody up close except for one high safety. Here's the snap. The ball goes to the ground. Franklin there to pick it up, and I think that was LaDamian Guyton who managed to bring him down in the backfield. A big loss on the play. Christian Goeckel back inside the 20 to the 18. They'll bring up 3rd and 12, and this is defensively for your Galen Houston. This is where you want to live against Ware County.
Yeah, you're in the pistol that time. They tried to go to a stretch zone to the outside, but the quarterback mishandled the snap and then tried to rush it into the running back's hand, which your coach, don't do that. If there's a busted snap, just pull it down and run it yourself, and that was almost a disaster, what we were talking about BC really needed. But if nothing else, you got them pinned 3rd and long here.
So a big play for this Cadet defense. 4 minutes and rolling here.
Make the play, get off the field.
They'll put double tights to the right side. Twin receivers here to the wide side of the field to the left. Here's the snap. White looking. He's going to wind up, throw it over the top, and tipped around. Nicely knocked away. That was Jonathan Black. No, that was Wyatt Estabrook with the big defensive play, and that'll stop the clock with 3:47 to go. And BC going to get this football back, and barring another miraculous rugby kick here, should be pretty good field position for BC.
Special teams definitely leaning towards the green and gold in this game, and you need something big to happen right now to kind of even that out for the Cadets. But I think they thought BC was going to be in a single high or a cover 3 situation. They tried to go slot fade there, but Wyatt Estabrook sitting in cover 2 and did his job, got over the top, hit the ball, and didn't interfere.
So Gonzalez back on his own 4-yard line. Bubba Frazier and Makai Williams back deep for the Cadets. Snap is good. A straight punt this time. High. Makai's going to pick it up he's going to let it drop. And it rolls off to the side see where the side official marks it, at the Benedictine 35-yard line. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is Watch BC Sports presented by Cas-N-Carry.
Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com.
Cadets with the football on their own 35 to start this drive. They've got Twins here to the right as a snap to Cannon. They'll give to Smart, and that's just snowed under, going nowhere. He might lose a half a yard. Yep, they're going to mark him back to the 34. It'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, just can't block it right now, and they're doing a really good job up front of just taking up BC's offensive line and then letting those linebackers flow to the running back. You're going to have somebody make a play on the outside.
So Twins to the right, Twins up top for Stephen Cannon. They'll move Smart to the right of Stephen Cannon here on 2nd and 11. Cannon looks.
Good pocket.
All kinds of time back there. Rolls here to the near side. And he's going to tuck it, scramble 40, and out of bounds just shy of the sticks. Or did they give him the first? Nope. Going to say the 43, 44-yard line. He's going to be a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1.
That was a great job by Carlton Hall that time at right tackle. He had pancaked his guy, landed on top of him, and the ref was staring at him.
He had his hand on the flag, I think.
And the big man just kind of burpeed off of him and said, I'm not holding.
So 3rd down and 1. They're going to empty the backfield for Stephen Cannon here. 5 wides in the formation. Trips, and they just go power forward. That's a nice offensive set by BT. I don't know if they meant to do it. All the receivers had their head turned at the sideline. They snapped the ball.
It's a call. You're supposed to look confused, like you don't know what you're doing, but everybody's actually set. And then Steven walks up. I don't know, guys. Stop it. And they go, and Ware County was not ready. You actually pick up 5 yards on a quarterback sneak.
Right at the midfield stripe are the Cadets. Clock rolls here in the third quarter. They'll throw it out quickly. Bubba Frazier trying to make a man miss. Does. Still battling and now gets snowed
Great
under.
defense.
Back at the BC 46. As you said, the guys in green and gold for Ware County all over that one.
Yeah, just discipline. Not getting too far out and doing a really good job of hemming in Bubba Frazier.
So second down and 14. Or 13, rather, after the loss. And so BC constantly kind of behind the sticks after a first down play and trying to make it up. But the good news is they've answered back on second down with a really good play.
Got an injured player, and it's
number 10
yes,
there.
Taryn Burden, and he's been unbelievable for Ware County.
So a timeout, we'll take it with him here, Christian, with 2:07 to go in the quarter. 21-16 our score is Cadet football on Watch BC Sports.
As the world's largest lifestyle retailer of recreational boats and yachts, MarineMax is dedicated to connecting people with life-changing experiences on the water. More than just a boat retailer, MarineMax offers a complete range of services. 3518 Old Tybee Road, Thunderbolt, and online at marinemax.com. Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings is one of Savannah's most popular. Could be the New York style pizza, or the pasta, or sandwiches, or wings. Whatever you choose, Cool Vibes has their own unique style. Check them out at 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium, coming off of the injury timeout. It'll be second down and 13 for Benedictine. Cadets will put trips up top. They've got the tight end to the left of that formation as well here on second down. And they'll put Mallard in motion. Here's the snap. They'll play action. He'll keep it himself off the right side. Up the right sideline and out of bounds goes Cannon at the 46 of Ware County. They'll bring up third down at about 7.
It's a little quarterback power right there and a really nice job following his blockers. Conaway motions over from the left side and picks up a really big block right there.
And Christian, I know we talked about it at the half. I don't know if you necessarily want to turn him into Haynes King, but I mean, it's been effective running the football.
These are the games that matter. You've got to do it.
Twins up top for Cannon. He's got two tucked in tight on the right side. He'll put both of them. That's Conaway and Henderson. No, we'll put them both back on the right side. Here's the snap. Cannon going to give to Stanley Smart. They got it sealed. Stanley leans ahead and moves the chains. That's a BC Brothers moving the chains. Down. Fourth down and he dived across the 40. Cadets are going crazy about the spot. Now they get the first down call. And BC Brothers move the chains, first down.
The top half of his body landed across.
So we'll go first down from the 39.
And you just formation of that time, Kevin. You just had overwhelming power to the right side. They didn't motion. They stayed where they were, and you hammer them.
And again, you're trying to just check the coverage that Ware was in, and you knew you had the numbers set up. They'll put Smart in motion, and they'll give it to Stanley going on the sweep left side. Got the block, turns it back inside.
Face mask.
And he got hog-tied up there around the neck at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, somebody grabbed his ear hole, and that should count as a face mask.
It'll bring a gain of about 3, second down and 7 for the Cadets. 1 minute to go, and this third quarter just melted away.
Now, Ware County's done a great job of tackling, but if you're BC, you got to start breaking some of these.
Twins either side here on second down. Cannon looking over the Ware defense. Now takes the snap. Nope. Going to step back and look here near side.
Yeah, BC takes a look at what they're running on defense and switches it.
6 on the play clock. Here's the snap. Steven on a straight drop looking. He's got some time. Rolls here to the near side, trying to escape a sack, staying on his feet and going to be snowed under at the 45. And a big loss on the play will make it third down and about 16 for the Cadets here. And they might go to the fourth quarter on that play. You see Danny Britt out there on the sideline barking out maybe a protection play or just wanting the quarterback to throw the football.
Yeah, you got to cut it loose right there. You had a good enough pocket. That time tries to bust it loose before he lets his guys develop. But, Kevin, you're in a position here defense has held serve. You got to put one in the end zone now.
We'll come back fourth quarter right around the break. 21-16, our score remains. This is Cadets football presented by Cas-N-Carry.
Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Christian Goeckel. I am Kevin Thomas. We are 12 minutes to go here in this ball game. A big 3rd down and 15 for the Cadets. And they are now going right to left, which means they are going into the end zone with that Ware County band. A lot of the fans, because of the rain, have transitioned over to that corner of the stadium. So you're playing into the noise here on 3rd and 15.
And now I feel like you're just trying to cut this down in distance to gain in half. Pick up 6-7 yards here. Give yourself a realistic shot.
Cadets have had the ball for a long time here in the second half. A couple of 3-and-outs defensively. And outside of that, BC's had the football. So 3rd down. Snap to Steven. Straight drop looking. He throws. He's got Bubba Frazier caught and knocked out of bounds. I think he's going to be well short of a 1st down. They mark him at the
I want to say
Well, at first, I thought the sideline guy stopped at 30, so they're going to place it down at the 32. It's going to be 4th and about. Where'd they put the ball down?
I think 4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2. Maybe a long 2, but
and they're going back to this Guyton power formation.
And this is just man-on-man football, Christian. Everybody knows who's getting the football here.
You can't dance here.
Get upfield and go.
Go.
So here we go. Everybody in a phone booth. Diamond formation. The snap to Guyton. He goes off the left side. Cuts back and leans ahead inside the 30 towards the 25. They'll mark him down at the 26. BC Brothers moving the chains. 1st down. A big fella. LaDamian Guyton getting, I would say, you normally say east and west. That is the orientation of the stadium. So I would say north-south, but technically he's going west to east here in the stadium with a big 1st down.
And it's kind of your tush push, right? Where you're just like, hey, we're going to put all of our beef onto the field. I mean, Stephen Cannon's 6'3", 200 pounds, and he looks small running onto the field right now compared to what just ran off. So you just putting all the beef on there and going forward.
So a nice wrinkle added here for the Cadets ahead of Ware County. We've seen that a couple of times. Now the offense, a fresh set of downs. Bubba in motion. They'll just swing it out to him, and he dropped the football. That should be incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete.
He gets up saying, my bad. Never really had a good grip on it.
It's weird. He kind of took that back step.
Is he ditching the gloves? Yep.
He kind of took that back step, and Steven kind of threw it as he was going to go downhill. So just nothing really easy right now for the Cadets. But that's what happens when you play a good football team in their house, man. It's not easy.
Need to put one in the end zone here.
You have been banging on the door.
2nd down and 10 here for the Cadets. They'll go empty set, trips, bunch to the short side, which is the right. And now they'll put Smart in the bubble motion. Here's the snap. Cannon looking, going to step up in the pocket, throw the football, has a man caught. Mallard at the 5, still on his feet, pushing, driving, leading, and just short. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. And what effort after the catch for Mallard, and they're going to put in the beef again.
That's the Stephen Cannon we've been waiting to see. Stepped up in the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, and threw a strike. And I think we got an injured player. I think that might be Aaron Mallard, man. He gave his everything trying to get in that end zone.
He did. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Play has stopped. I think Cadet coaches are saying the clock kept running, and they want some time put back up on the clock. And I think this is just a cramp here for Aaron. Again, it's a muggy night here with the rainfall, and I want to say the temperatures are up close to 90 today, so it's not like late September up in North Georgia or anything like that. It's it's still pretty warm here. So Aaron's up and walking off the field. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And Christian, to me, this is where, if you're AJ Phillips, it's like don't overthink this. Just bust it in their mouth.
I don't think he's overthinking it, but it's just you got to get that energy and that passion into the players. This is manhood. This is you have to take these guys and impose your will on them and move them back a yard. That's what you got to do right now. There is nothing complicated about this. You just got to dominate the dude in front of you.
You need 3 feet. I formation. Cam Cody is the fullback. Stanley Smart behind him. They'll give it to Stanley off the right side. He cuts back inside. Touchdown! Benedictine! And there's some fire from those offensive linemen in the end zone.
And you're
blowing guys off the ball.
And you're going for 2 now.
21-22. Benedictine out in front again, this to make it a field goal game. And let's see what the call is here. Best 2-point play, I would imagine you got. And they're going to run on Cole Henderson. Let's see the personnel they got. And they're going to shift around. They got to hurry up. 10 on the play clock. Couple offensive linemen running off. That's Scott. Ware County trying to substitute. They're going to put Bubba out.
Ware County's going to call a timeout.
And Ware County called a timeout. Danny Britt was standing way down there on the 2-yard line as well, but they charged that to Ware County. So a timeout. Ware did not have the right personnel on the field, and I think that was because BC did not have the right personnel on the field, Christian Goeckel.
Yeah, BC subbed late, and then Ware tried to match, and there's 6 seconds left, and they were about to get a penalty. So Jason Strickland showing off the glutes and the hamstrings and getting down there to call that timeout.
So it'll be the 2-point conversion here. Cadets have taken the lead at Christian. 10:55 to go here in the quarter. They have owned TOP, time of possession, here in the second half. Defensively, have only had to play 6 snaps in the second half so far.
And you don't know that this is how they called it, but Ware very vanilla on offense in this half, and I think they really trusted their defense to make some plays. And sometimes, Kevin, when you downshift, it's hard to get back up and that offense firing and exploding. So you said it, 2 3-and-outs where your offensive production there in the third quarter is Ware going to be able to answer now.
So BC with the 2-point try here. Trips up top. Bubba Frazier stands to the right of Stephen Cannon. They'll put Bubba in motion. Now they'll counter him back. They'll take the snap. Cannon looking. He'll roll. Now Stephen still looking. He'll buy some time. Throw it. And, incomplete. They had somebody snuck along that sideline. And I guess Bubba was just out of bounds. But the Cadets have taken the lead, 22-21. We're coming right back. Cadets football presented by Cas-N-Carry.
Want to make some extra cash just by sitting on your couch? At Cas-N-Carry in Savannah, Georgia, we buy any car, no matter the condition, and take it right off the road. Just visit the link, enter your car details, and get an instant offer. Cas-N-Carry, turning cars into cash without leaving your couch.
I saw that. Welcome back here to Memorial Stadium. Cadets have taken the lead, and now one more time for the D, Christian Goeckel. And
it might be more than one more time.
They go back to John Brenton here for the kickoff. So they tried the directional kick coming out of the locker room.
Yeah, you just got to try to bang this one into the end zone.
Make Ware go the length of the field. Not saying they can't do it, but don't give them great field position. Here's the kick from Brenton.
There we go.
Drived up the left hash. It's going to come down at the 2. This is going to be Rice bringing it up. He'll try to run to the far side of the field.
Oh, that's a hold.
In between. They're trying to make a tackle now across midfield. He cuts back the other way, and Rice is going to take it 97 yards for the touchdown, zigzagging all the way across the field. Is that a flag or a just something on the field?
I mean, they missed a huge block in the back.
97 yards for Jamario Rice, and just like that, Ware back out in front.
Again, you're kicking to their best player. Same thing that happened when you're kicking to Aaron Mallard. You just can't put the football in these guys' hands, and That one comes up about 2 yards short of the end zone, and all of a sudden it's 98 yards later and 6 points.
So Ware answers back, and now it's Benedictine's turn. Cadet fans upset, wanting that flag to be thrown, and now a flag gets thrown.
Gonna be too many men on Ware.
Are they going to go for two? I think they changed their mind. They're going to go for two here.
They wave off the flag.
It's 27-22. So if they go for two, that makes it a full 7.
I think, Kevin, I don't know what the back judge was looking at right there, but that was clear as day, blocking the back.
And Ware just took a timeout. So they're down to just 1. And again, Christian, what a tough break there for the Cadets. And you work it all the way down the field, and then boom, 97 yards, maybe aided for the touchdown.
Well, you talk about it, and just doing quick math here, you just think about what you've been blessed with recently, but most recently Connor Ferguson and how great he was now at Georgia Southern, at Georgia.
Yes.
And that time, all these kicks are going to the back of the end zone. You have 2 field goals that were well within his range that you're hitting, and you're hitting the extra points. I mean, it's a 14-point difference right there just based off kicker. And, man, Parker Lewis and John Britton have done a really strong job filling in, but just having a kicker that you feel comfortable from 45 out and you know he can put the ball in the end zone is such a weapon. And BC's struggling to find that right now, and you're seeing it's really hard to overcome that when you play against good teams.
So here's a big play right here, the 2-point conversion. They'll move it over. Ware wants it on the left hash. They put trips out to the right. Jameer Boyd, and if you stop this, if you were able to score, you will, with a 2-point conversion, go up 3. Here's the snap. White looking.
Pressure.
They're going to throw it underneath, and that's going to be short.
And incomplete.
So Cadets stop the 2-point conversion.
Larson Little.
And it's 27-22. And Cadets trail now by 5. They'll get the ball back when we come back. This is Cadet football on Watch BC Sports.
Bowtie Barbecue Company at 6724 Waters Avenue in Savannah serves up barbecue both familiar and new, made by hand and made with love. Family friendly and relaxed, Bowtie takes great pride in the by hand preparation of high quality beef ribs, smoked chicken, pork spare ribs, and more. Come join the Bowtie family. Ask about our food truck and catering too. Bowtie Barbecue Company, Southern charm naturally. Look for them online at bowtiebarbecueco.com.
Welcome back here to the Swamp. The rain has dwindled to a mist, but the Cadets trail it by 5. Plenty of time to go here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Gonzalez, the left footer, to kick it off for Ware County. And he will drive it up the right side, and Josh Washington will let it go into the end zone. And the Cadets will get it 1st and 10 from their own 20. So they got 80 yards to go here. Plenty of time, all their timeouts. And keep that in mind, Christian, as well. Ware County's used 2 timeouts here in the last about minute of the ball game, both when BC got down there close to the goal line on the 2-point conversion, then called timeout for their own 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and if you're Ware County's defense, you love the fact your special teams goes out there and scores a touchdown that quickly, but get 0 rest on the sideline, and now you're back out there defending.
So twins either side here for the Cadets. Cannon, an empty backfield. He's got to now make it trips up top. Empty set here for the Cadets. They'll put a man in motion. Steven looking. The little throwback's going to be caught. Josh Washington's got a seam across the 30, 35, up the near sideline, 40, 45, 50, it's a foot race, 40, 30, 25, 20, and he's dragged down at the 15-yard line. Josh Washington with a big run on 1st down.
He's made a living doing this in his career with BC. Takes a 2-yard pass and turns it into a 70-yard gain right there. That's what you need from number 7, and good to have him back. Haven't had him in this offense since the Colquitt game with a concussion, and you see what he brings.
So a big gain. BC Brothers moving the chains. 1st down there on the first play of this drive, and the Cadets already in business from the 14. They'll move a couple of tight ends over to the right and take the snap. The give to Smart. Smart off the right
hole.
side, cuts back inside, in at the 10, still driving inside the 5, down to the 2, and that should be enough for a first down. A BC Brothers moving the chains, first down, and it's 1st and goal.
You give the offensive line a lot of credit that time. They manhandled their guys, and Stanley Smart stuck his foot in the ground, got downhill, and now BC about 5 yards out from punching this one in.
You've got Cam Cody playing double tackle out there. Isaac Scott in at fullback. Stanley Smart, tail of the eye. Here's the give. Smart off the right side. Touchdown, Stanley Smart. And BC takes the lead back once again. And now a chance to go up. If they go for 2 again, a full field goal. Offense has stayed out there. So Stanley Smart finishes the drive in prime fashion. And the Cadets have retaken the lead. Business picking up here in the 4th quarter.
They're just going to try to do it again.
Yeah, same formation.
Or you got Bubba one-on-one at the top.
I formation. Here's the give. Nope. Play action. Nice bootleg. Cannon. Wide open. Is caught away. 2-point conversion is good. Wide open. And it is 30-27. Cadets up by 3. And again, just a little naked bootleg that time by Cannon. Everybody was looking for the handoff. Conaway leaked out the backside wide open.
Yeah, that time, that's straight out of the Mark Richt formation playbook. You have everybody looking right. Bubba Frazier's over there. You motion the action there, and then you come back to a wide open tight end coming the other way. That is awesome play calling right there and great design.
And now the kickoff. So you gotta win if you're BC here.
I think it's a very simple thought process. You can't kick it to either of the back 2. Just do a muddy kick down the middle.
You just line drive one on the ground and
just a muddy dirty kick down the middle.
What an answer.
Has this game lived up to the hype?
It certainly has. What an answer there by the Cadet offense. And it'll be John Britton kicking it once again for the Cadets, right to left here at Memorial Stadium. So kicking towards the closed end of the football stadium. And you feel like, Christian, offensively at this point, you've had the ball so long in this football game. If you have to get it back, I don't say you've warmed down, but you feel like you're starting to push guys around a little bit.
And you're starting to find your rhythm a little bit. All right.
This is kicked up the left side. It's going to be short at the 5-yard line. They'll run it all the way across the formation once again, and BC missing a tackle. There's another missed tackle up the left side, and finally brought down. Who was that? John Britton with the touchdown-saving tackle.
Kevin, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. There's got to be a different option than just kicking it to their best guy.
And again, Ware
right
banking
now,
on the over pursuit just runs clear across the field. Yeah.
Yes or no, you're better off right now just kicking it out of bounds. You might give it to him on the 40, but at least you're not risking a touchdown.
And Ware's got it at their own 42 to start this drive. The good news is the defense has been out there for all of 6 plays in the second half, and there's 9.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Pistol formation for the Gators. They'll load the strength over to the right side. Here's the snap. They'll play action themselves in the face, and they throw back underneath, and that's going to be caught and tackle on the flat. Jonathan Black with a great tackle for only a 4-yard gain, and that was a little throwback play, kind of what BC just did to Gunner 4 there on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, the tight end just kind of pinches down and then releases on a big boot action, and they did a really good job, and it looked like a big game, but only picked up about 3 yards on the play.
Second down from the 45 of Ware County.
Good job running downhill and making that tackle by Jonathan Black. That's corner versus tight end.
Tayshawn Franklin is at the tail of that pistol. They got an H-back to the right. Twins up top. BC showing a little pressure here. Here's the snap. White, they'll fling it out and they'll run a little wide receiver screen, and he slips and falls down. No gain. BC had some guys there out in coverage. Larson Little among them was in position to make the tackle.
And Kevin, everything is away from LaDamian Guyton. Every action is away from number 3.
So a big third down here for the BC defense. Out of the pistol, Franklin at the tail end of that. Twins here to the right. An H-back and a wide receiver to the left. Oh, BC's coming. Did they jumped off sides?
What a great call.
One of those linebackers was coming down. It might have been Houston, not sure. Makai Williams got in the neutral zone.
Still third down.
It'll be third, but instead of 3rd and 8, it'll be 3rd and 3.
That's a guy who has called a lot of football games in Jason Strickland. You feel all the momentum, all the hype, all the tension, all the energies with BC. They're hyped up, ready to get in your backfield, and blue for 2. And get them to jump. And BC was coming with the house on that play.
So 3rd down.
Full playbook right here for Ware County.
They'll put one receiver out to the right. H-back to the left out of the pistol. It's White. BC shuffling around along that defensive front. Here's the snap. They'll give it tail. BC's got it strung out. He slips and falls. Franklin falls down at the 45. I think he saw Guyton. He saw big Gavin Smith coming after him and tried to make a cut and slip down and lost it, and that's 4th down.
Yeah, Gavin Smith made that play. He beat his man straight up at the line, was sitting in the backfield, and the running back tried to hit the brakes and just couldn't do it.
Are they going to go for this? Boy, 7 minutes left to go.
Your defense has been on the field for the whole second half. Do you feel like they can get a stop here? I mean, I'm living with my punter, who's been my best player this game, and just trusting him to pin
the
BC
Cadets have
back.
also burned up a bunch of time driving the ball, so maybe.
And they only got 9 seconds on the play clock.
So they're going to have to hustle. They only got one timeout left. They're going to go for this 4th and 8 from their own 44-yard line. White takes the snap. He's going to roll here to the near side, looking at a wind-up, throw it, and go. He pump fake it, tucked it down. Damian Guyton grabs him up. He's not going anywhere. What a recovery by the BC defense. And LaDamian Guyton brings him down for only a 2-yard gain. 1st and 10 for BC in plus territory.
That's the play we've been waiting for number 3. That's the 5-star play right there, where you have everybody past you and you're the one who keeps his wits about him and makes the play. Big pump fake that time from the quarterback. Whole defense turned around and he pulled it down, looked for all the world like he was going to be able to pick up enough yardage for the first down, but you see that about 8-foot arm from LaDamian Guyton stick out there and grab him, and he wasn't going anywhere.
So now the Cadets.
It's too early to milk clock.
Go for the jugular.
Bury him.
Twins out to the right. They'll motion Cole Henderson and Conaway over to the right. Now the quick snap out to Josh Washington. That was a long throw. That would have been behind and went out of bounds.
That might have been a backwards pass.
Yeah, that was from the near hash all the way to the far numbers.
Okay,
they're going to say incomplete.
For BC, they'll say incomplete because that could have been about a 5-yard loss.
But that was about as long a throw as you'll make to run one of those little wide receiver screens. I don't think the clock even started. It was 6:47. Still says 6:47 up there. Trips up top for the Cadets. They'll have Conaway, the tight end, here to the left. 2nd and 10. They'll roll Cannon to the right. Steven flushed, trying to get away from pressure. Now rolling back. Now throws it away and into the Gators bench. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. And that was kind of disaster from the get-go.
Yeah. Great pass rush that time from Ware County. And Stephen Cannon kind of flirting with fire right there. At least he got it outside the tackle box and got it back past the line of scrimmage. Haven't really seen the underneath tunnel screen yet from BC.
Let's see what A.J. DePhillips dials up here on 3rd and 10. And again, I think more importantly, if you don't get this, you want to do something in bounds where the clock will run a little bit. Twins to the right and left. They'll put Aaron Mallard in motion. Here's the snap to Cannon. Cannon going to look for the screen. Not there. Rolling here near side. Still trying to get somewhere and just falls down and takes a huge loss back to the BC 42-yard line. Clock will run, but BC going to have to punt the football. And Stevens got a big leg. So, you hopefully can turn the field over and make Ware have to drive a long ways here.
And give so much credit to Ware County's defensive line. They stood up right there and just whipped BC 3 plays in a row.
And they wanted, you kind of saw it, they wanted that underneath screen, and you saw Ware bust through, and they all kind of stopped like, oh, screen. And then they got Steven kind of scrambling a little bit.
I mean, that's just a huge answer from that Ware County defense.
Clock rolls inside, 6 minutes to go here from Memorial Stadium. High snap brought down by Cannon. Just had to get it away, and it's a little squib job that's going to roll inside. Nope, going to stop right on the 30, and that was disaster averted. Cannon had to show off the vertical to grab that one, and the rush was coming. Just had to do whatever he could to get it off, and it basically just went past the sticks for a first down. So 70 yards for Ware County, but again, your defense to this point has played tremendous football here in the second half.
You just got to stay disciplined on the back end because you got to feel like sometime soon they're going to feel like they got to start airing it out a little bit. But right now I think they're sticking to their game plan, trusting their running backs and trusting a really good offensive line.
So the defense will try to rise up one more time here for the Cadets. 1st and 10 from the Ware County 30-yard line. They'll put trips up top, and they got Franklin off to the left of White. He'll take the snap. They'll play action, fake it, throw it up at the seam. He got a man. It's the tight end. He'll have a first down into BC territory at the 40. Still dragging, guys, and brought down at the 29. That's Gunter 4.
I mean, he's made a living doing that. He's unbelievable.
And that was just to suck you in with the play action, throw over your head, and 4 did the rest.
And we just talked about it. You got to have eye discipline right now when you're playing against this Ware County attack because they're going to start airing it out. They're not just going to keep banging their head against a brick wall.
So 1st and 10 from the Cadet 30-yard line, 29-yard line.
And now, Kevin, your goal just becomes nothing more. Keep them out of the end zone.
Now they'll go pack everybody in a phone booth here. Everybody bunched in tight out of the pistol. White. He'll play action, comes back, looking for the throwback. Ball is in the air. He's got a man, and JoJo Sutton
what a play.
Oh, no. Flag comes in.
No.
That was great coverage by JoJo Sutton.
I mean, that's about as bad as it gets.
Wow. They were running stride for stride.
JoJo Sutton did a good job because he was beat, but he recovered. Kind of watched where the receiver was looking, tracked. As soon as the receiver's hands came up, he got there and knocked the ball out. And I don't know if the refs just thought it was too good of a play, and it has to be a penalty, but that's bad.
A lot of the BC fans questioning.
Yeah, that's a gentle term for it.
And so they will mark it off against BC.
I mean, this went big play action and just went over the top all the way from right to left with their receiver. And he had JoJo beat, but JoJo recovered. And, man, just, again, you're on the road, 50-50 calls, probably not going to go your way. But you got to bow up right here. Keep them out of the end zone.
1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Out of a pistol, 2 receivers up top. Isaiah White, he'll give it to Franklin. Tried to cut it back inside, and nothing doing there. Give credit to Larson Little for turning him back inside, and that allowed the defensive front to make the tackle. It'll be second down.
I got to feel like with Gonzalez, they're well within field goal range right here. So if you're BC, you're sitting on 3 timeouts. If they pick up another first down, you might have to start burning some.
Well, field goal will tie it, so.
Yeah, but touchdown, you need some time on the board.
4:35 and rolling here. Second down for the Ware County Gators. They are deep in cadet territory. 1 receiver wide out to either side. They'll put Franklin to the right, tight end either side for the Gators. Here's White. Low snap. The ball is out. He falls on it. So a huge loss back to the 22, and that'll make it 3rd and long. And now that helps out Galen Houston as, again, White's got a good arm. I don't think he's got the power arm, so it's going to have to be something up. Maybe gives you some recovery time.
And they've won those in this game. So with your defenders, get your head around, locate the football. But, man, this is where you need 55 or 3 to just freaking crash the pocket right here.
If you got one in you tonight, this would be a good time for it. 3rd down and 16 from the Ware County 22-yard line. Twins up top, 1 receiver here to the short side. To the right, they put Franklin to the left of the quarterback, Isaiah White. 3rd and long. Here's the snap. White looking, throws underneath, and the ball is incomplete. That was Mackay Williams running through not 1 but 2 Ware County Gators to bust the ball loose. And it'll be 4th down, and it looks like the field goal unit trotting on for Ware County.
Yeah, they tried to just do a little halfback swing pass with a lead blocker out there, but Mackay just went Superman through the lead blocker into the running back, knocked that ball out. And that's a big-time safety right there making a big play.
So this will be Gonzalez from right down the middle. This will be a 38-yarder where he places it down. Again, he's a lefty kicker. Out of the hold of your backup quarterback, Ryder Gilbert. From 38 yards. Here's the snap. High one. It's up, and it is no good. He missed it. Off to the right. The BC defense holds. And they will take over on the 20-yard line. So he just pulled it. Somebody got up to try to get it in the face there that time.
Pressure from the right side, and he had to get it off and just hook shanked it a little bit. And that's a great kicker missing that one right there. That was huge. Kevin, they have one timeout.
You need a first down.
This is your 4-minute offense right here. This is the in-your-face manhood. Can I control you and move you 10 yards? I say it a lot. Football is a game of hostile real estate acquisition. You got 10 yards of monopoly you need to go out there and take up. Don't pass to go.
You just need to get to Baltic Avenue right now. That's all you need to do. Trips up to the top of the formation. Nobody near side. Cannon out of a shotgun. He'll give it Smart. And Smart does a head big hole in the middle. And he will be brought down at the 28-yard line. A huge gain on first down. And that's just what the doctor ordered. The clock rolls. And it'll be second down and maybe a yard and a half.
And 30-plus seconds on the play clock right now. Just bleed it.
I think this is one here. I might just tell Stephen Cannon, find a hole and go. Get the first down. And two and a half minutes to go. Clock rolling. Flexbone formation, one receiver to either side. Cannon going to let this play clock roll all the way down. Under center with 5. Oh, somebody moved. And if it's on BC, that hurts because that makes it second and really short.
They got BC again with that stem where as soon as Stephen Cannon goes under center, they shift their whole line and BC reacted.
So second down and 6. So here we go. Second down and 6.
Clock rolling.
Clock is moving, as you said, Christian. So I think most important thing here is fall down in bounds, whatever happens. Keep that clock rolling. Here's the give straight ahead. Stanley Smart jumps in the hole, and he'll get close across the 27 to the 28.
There's their last timeout.
And Ware's going to use a timeout. It should be 3rd and 2, depending on where they put this ball down. 3rd and a long 2.5. And again, Christian, I think you're either going super power here and don't even take it out of Steven's hands.
Cam Cody and Isaac Scott.
Or give it to Bubba and say, just go.
Stanley Smart's your 3-4 yard guy, though.
So here we go. This is the play of the ball game because a first down, Christian, means you can just about milk this the rest of the way.
Yeah, first down here in this ball game.
I don't think it's not quite like the pros where you could just burn up 2 minutes, but it'll be very close if you do have to give the ball back because you're at 1:57 right now. So a first down here would be
massive,
huge.
And you just have a size advantage, man, and I feel like BC has to feel like they could just go and hammer somebody for 3 yards.
And Christian, we'll wait till after this play. So here comes the BC offense. Cannon has got Bubba Frazier out wide. This is the jumbo package, if you will. You got Cam Cody, Scott out there. Tail of the eye is going to be Stanley Smart. They'll move Cody over here to the left side. Here's the snap they give to Smart. He turns the corner, leaning. He's right at the 30-yard line. Did he get it?
Gotta be.
BC says, yes, there it is. BC Brothers moving the chains, first down. And Stanley Smart, by the nose of the football, is going to keep the chains moving maybe for the last time. And the Cadets, Christian, have dominated this second half. I think defensively played maybe 13 snaps defensively in the second half.
No, I mean, just unbelievable job by the defense in the second half. You give up the long kick return touchdown.
And Christian, after that first down, Wayne County is up 2 scores on Warner Robins. They're in the victory formation. So a huge win in the night in Waycross. They take the knee on first down, and Christian, a win over Ware County. Wayne County up 25-10 over Warner Robins, who comes to Savannah next week. So the Yellow Jackets helping you out a little bit tonight. And there's another knee. 51 seconds to go. And what a huge win, Christian Goeckel.
Yeah, you can't understate it. Coming in here, you did everything you could to lose it in the first half, but you got out of your own way and came out in the second half and just dominated this football game. This is the team that everyone expected to see when we started this season. They're healthy. They're starting to catch their stride. And, man, they just put themselves in the driver's seat to win this region and be a 1 seed going into the playoffs.
Huge kudos to the boys in Jessup if they can hang on up multiple scores there on Warner Robins. Warner Robins kind of in that same vein, but a huge statement win tonight for BC.
Before tonight, did you think that we would say, hey, BC is going to be top of the region battling Wayne County?
They're tied with the Yellow Jackets, maybe, if the Yellow Jackets hold on. But a huge victory tonight. Christian Goeckel, 30-27. Cadets dominate the second half, hold Ware County to just 1 touchdown in the second half, and they win it 30-27. One of the top games in the state. Danny Britt and Jason Strickland shaking hands, 2 great friends. They've coached together against each other for a long time. This one tonight, man, it lived up to the billing.
Yeah, and, man, I just want to give a lot of credit. Offensive line did not play great in the first half, but when you needed them, second part of the second quarter going into the half, and then in the second half, when you needed them, they made the plays. And, man, how hard did Stanley Smart run in the second half? It wasn't big gains. It wasn't 20, 30 yards at a time, but, man, it was 3, 4, 5 when you needed it. It always seemed like Stanley Smart was falling just over the line that you needed to pick up a first down. I mean, just a gut check kind of win for the Cadets, and just something that you can really springboard into a special season.
Certainly did. What a win tonight, beating the Ware County Gators here in the Swamp. And Christian Goeckel, we are about to enter the attorney Jonathan Dunn post-game show, where, again, the Cadets have played a tremendous ball game. We'll have our Cool Vibes Pizza Player of the Game. That could be a number of folks tonight as well. And we'll chat with the head man, Danny Britt, who's probably lost about 10 pounds tonight running up and down the sidelines and sweating this one out. But the Gators fall. BC on top, 30-27. We're coming right back. The attorney Jonathan Dunn post-game show coming your way right after this on Watch BC Sports.
Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com.
Dead or alive, we want your car. No matter the condition, running smooth or barely rolling, Cas-N-Carry in Savannah will buy it right off the road. Visit us now, get your instant offer, and turn that ride into cash today. We buy cars, any condition.
Welcome back here, attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show. Cadets a winner tonight in the Swamp, and when we talk to Danny Britt, I'm sure we'll want to know, Wayne was 25-10 with about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter over Warner Robins. So Wayne County might be doing you a favor tonight before Warner Robins comes to town next week. Don't want to take that for granted. You lose to Warner Robins, you're right back in the soup again in the region. But a huge win tonight, Christian Goeckel over the Gators.
Yeah, and you wonder why Danny Britt is just a masochist where, hey, let's go play Camden in a scrimmage to start the season. Let's go play Colquitt at Colquitt to start the season. Let's invite down top 15 in the nation, Buford, for a game in Savannah, and let's have Burke County pretty much on the schedule every single year. There's a reason. It's games like this. You have to have resiliency. You have to put your people in tough situations and see how much stress they can handle and that they'll answer it. BC doesn't play the season that they started this season with. They don't win this football game, but they never panicked. They kept making plays for each other, and they come out here and win a massive region game in this one. That's why you play those tough games to start the year. Ware County came into this game 5-0, and it's not their fault. They scheduled a tough schedule against Applings, against Coffee Counties, against Bainbridge, but those teams are having down seasons. You really got your first test tonight against this BC squad, and BC was the one who made the plays when they had to.
Yeah, and again, I know we are going to name our Cool Vibes Pizza Player of the Game here in just a minute. BC Brothers Moving does a lineman of the week each and every week. And, Christian, I got to say, this game tonight, you mentioned why do you play the Bufords and the Camdens and the Colquitts. This game tonight in the second half, this offensive line took the fight to somebody. And you saw it when they punched into the goal line. You saw offensive linemen coming off the ball in the end zone, pumping their fists like, yeah, they were moving guys out of the way. And probably the first time all year, I think we'll ask Coach Britt when he comes up here, where the offensive line took the fight to somebody.
Yeah, and it was the attitude. And really, you're playing against a team you haven't seen so far this year. Buford and Colquitt were huge up front. They had those 250, 260-plus pound guys. Ware County was something you really haven't seen, where it was 205, 210, but it was fast and it was like lightning getting into the backfield. So I think it took a little while for the offensive line to kind of figure out where they were. And honestly, for AJ Phillips, your offensive coordinator, to figure out what his offensive line felt comfortable doing. But once you did, you were really able to go out there and execute. And I thought Stephen Cannon did a lot better job in this game of finding himself, stepping up in the pocket and making plays. And just a strike delivered to Aaron Mallard when you needed it the most right there was awesome to see. So I think everybody, you saw them kind of put their best foot forward. Not necessarily the most explosive game for Bubba Frazier, but he made the plays to keep the offense moving. And he was a piece that they had to double team constantly, which opened up some other things. So just a massive game from everyone you needed, and really didn't say Jonathan Black's name a whole lot tonight. Only really talked about Amari, and he had the penalty, but outside of that, played a really good game. That means your defense played well. If you're not talking about the corners a whole lot, that means they play well. Mackay looks like for the first time all season that he's flying around. I think he's starting to get his wind back a little bit after missing a significant amount of time to start the season. Wyatt Estabrook coming from basically the Ware County logo all the way to the sideline to tip away a wheel route pass. I mean, just all of your playmakers who have made plays before stepped up and made plays tonight. I thought Jaden Houston played a really nice game. Larson Little didn't call his name a lot, but was filling the holes he was supposed to. So everybody executed what they needed to, and you saw those playmakers making plays.
Christian, time now for our Cool Vibes Pizza Player of the Game for Benedictine tonight. It could go a number of ways this evening, but where are we going here in the Jonathan Dunn postgame show?
When you needed explosive, he gave you explosive and a clutch catch to keep a drive going down in the red zone. We give it to Aaron Mallard with a long kick return touchdown and the really clutch catch inside the red zone on third down to keep that drive alive and put BC into the end zone a couple plays later. I think he played an unbelievable football game. I mean, Stanley Smart right there. I think you probably saw the best game of the season so far for Guyton as well. But the guy who kept you in the football game when everything else was stagnant was Aaron Mallard.
Had the 97-yard touchdown kickoff return. You're right, had a big game tonight as well. Defensively, a lot of dudes played great on that side of the football. Benedictine, a big winner tonight. We'll come back. We'll look to, I don't see Danny Britt on the field, which I hopefully think means he's coming up here.
There he is.
We'll step aside. The coach, he'll join us when we come back on the Attorney Jonathan Dunn post-game show. Cadets a big winner over Ware County.
As the world's largest lifestyle retailer of recreational boats and yachts, MarineMax is dedicated to connecting people with life-changing experiences on the water. More than just a boat retailer, MarineMax offers a complete range of services. 3518 Old Tybee Road, Thunderbolt, and online at marinemax.com.
Welcome to Sandnat Golf Carts, where luxury meets quality. We offer a wide selection of top-notch custom golf carts to suit your every need. With our extensive inventory, you're sure to find the ride of your dreams. Plus, our flexible financing options make it easier than ever to drive one off the lot today. Whether you're cruising the neighborhood or joyriding with the family, Sand-Nat Golf Carts is here to provide exceptional service every step of the way. Visit us today to elevate your ride.
I'm Kenny Granger from Cas-N-Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cas-N-Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Welcome back here to the Attorney Jonathan Dunn post-game show. Cadets, a big winner, 30-27. The head man, Danny Britt, has joined us up here post-game show, and Christian and I were talking about it was a prize fight. You sound like you've been the corner man tonight in a prize fight, but you've played against Coach Strickland an awful lot in your coaching career. You know his team's going to punch you in the mouth. You guys responded in a big way in the second half.
Yeah, no doubt. I was telling the guys at halftime, I was super proud. Or I wasn't telling I was proud. I loved the way we were playing physically hard. We were getting after it. We just had made every mistake we could possibly make. So, and then we got nothing to go our way. So what I said was we go out and we keep playing that hard. We correct those mistakes. Things are going to flip for us. And I made them agree. I said, do you believe it's going to happen? And they said, yeah. So we would believe, and here we are. So but they came out. We just played so hard. Not pretty, but hard.
And Coach, a lot of people ask every year, why do we play Camden and the Colquitts and the Bufords and all that and just really get our head kicked in the early season? And I think you could say that's why. For what happened tonight. Right. And I thought tonight, Christian and I mentioned, especially the second half, those five guys up front for you on offense looked like after weeks of coaxing, they kind of took the fight to somebody, and you kind of saw that fight and fire from them, especially late in the fourth quarter in the offensive line.
It did. Now, it took a while. They were whipping us up front pretty much the first half. We had plays, but they were whipping us. But as time just kept on, drew on, our guys just kept fighting and took it to them. You're right. We were able to move the ball and take it to them in the fourth quarter.
Coach, defensively, I want to say in the second half, I want to say you only played about 15 plays in the second half. And if I told you that, you'd probably take that every single week.
Definitely would. They did a good job of returning our kicks, and we're going to have to do something different. And they did a good job with it. We got to do better with that. But yeah, defensively, we ended up playing really, really hard and taking it to them as well.
And Coach, talk about your special teams. I know that's a constant work in progress, as you've said. Left 7 points on the board tonight, special teams wise, and as you said, on the other side, covering kicks was an issue. What's kind of that special sauce? I know as coaches, it's a work in progress with guys that are just still learning how to do it.
Yeah, well, you got the young kickers, and they're still learning. This is the biggest moment they've had. So, I thought obviously Parker hit that first one, which was what, 42 or something, 48.
Yeah.
Wow. A big time kick, and just miss the others. He'll get better and better at it. He'll get more comfortable. Getting more people out there covering. We got to build some depth and get. I think if I look at it, we probably should have pulled. We had two starters that out there on that side that we left probably too long. Should have got some guy. We have good subs. Should have got some guys in there and gave them a break. So we're going to look at that this week, and that's out. Me and Coach Coleman are working on that.
Coach, obviously this is a huge game, huge atmosphere, but a region game on top of that. How big was this one? Not just because you guys are two of the best teams in Quad A, but it's the region game, the first one, and it kind of sets things up for you guys to continue forward.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's when we talked about it, said this could very well be the region title right here, the first game of the region season. Don't know that, and of course we got to go play everybody else, and some very good programs, but. So we realize that, and I think more than anything, coming down here, getting a come from behind win, and just the belief that hey, we can do this. Just by continuing to play and playing hard and believing in each other.
Well, Coach, before we let you go, big one next week, the home region opener. I will simply say this: a minute left in the game. Warner Robins 10, Wayne 32. That is not a mistake. Oh, wow. They are beating the brakes off of Warner Robins tonight in Jessup.
Wow, that's a shocker. I thought. Anyway, we'll see. We'll look at that and go play the game and see what we can make happen. But yeah, that is a little bit of a shocker to hear about. And
again, congratulations, Coach. We appreciate it. I know you'll enjoy this one. Enjoy the ride back to Savannah. We appreciate it as always.
Will do. Thank you, brother.
Coach Danny Britt joining us here on the postgame show. Attorney Jonathan Dunn postgame show is a huge win tonight for the Benedictine Cadets, Christian Goeckel, and again, Warner Robins next week, who is just getting worn out in Jessup tonight, apparently with about a minute left, and Wayne County going to be tied for first place. I don't know how many people saw that, but a big one probably against a wounded Warner Robins team that's going to be looking to bounce back against you next week.
Was Wayne County just like pool sharking everybody?
They said, just sandbag for 5 weeks. Yeah.
These 5 games don't matter. Let's just see if we can shark everybody. But no, it's going to be a big one. Warner Robins, talk about it. Anytime a team kind of gets embarrassed like that, you're going to get their best effort the next week. They're going to come down to Savannah and know kind of, hey, their season's on the line potentially with who they have remaining on the schedule. Haven't played Ware yet, haven't played Perry yet. So you're going to get their best shot next week for sure.
Huge win tonight for the Cadets here in Waycross. That will do it for us. Reminder, hopefully a rested voice of Danny Britt will join you on Thursday there at the bow tie barbecue. Excuse me. I was you were making a face talking about the sweat coming off the earphones and all that. So bow tie barbecue Thursday at noon. Certainly Coach will have a lot to say about this one. And Christian, a statement made early in region play, 2 Titans of the region going at it, and they traded blows tonight. And when it was all over, you're the one left standing.
Absolutely, Kevin. And again, the resiliency of this team. So many points in the first half where you felt like maybe Ware one more play and they can kind of break the back of Glen Academy. I'm watching the Glen Academy Brunswick game of BC, but they were able, BC, to keep fighting back and hammering. And eventually in that second half, you just felt like all the momentum flipped to BC sideline. So really huge matchup right there, and BC able to come out on top.
That'll do it for us. Cadets with a big victory. Again, join Christian Thursday with the coach at Bowtie Barbecue, and we'll see you next week from the home Memorial Stadium there in Savannah. Look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for joining us here on Watch BC Sports.